Also, I want to say one more thing. I love that we get these little fun facts. I do love thinking about the context of Jebraska telling us that he didn't go to traditional school. Because it just feels like he's the weird kid that just like starts having conversations in class with people that no one wants to have.
He hasn't talked to anyone in 30 years. He's gonna
Yeah,
talk
and what
about
he's gonna
anything.
talk about is his fucking school. I don't care.
Yeah, I like to think that like Borak was like putting his armor on while he was like talking to Sonny about something, and Jebraska just came up and was like, "So I didn't really go to school."
This is literally in the 5-10 minutes it's taking before you guys say, let's go into the non. Like, Byron's just woken up from his dream, Morak's putting on his armor, and he's just like, so yeah, I don't know if I really ever had that close of a relationship with my dad. And it's just like, what the hell is
The
this?
kind of kid that like anime ran between classes.
Oh, there was always like a backpack kid.
Yeah.
He had
backpack
like
kid.
one of the like like the things you put all your books in, like the suitcases with like the wheels.
He wore a
I actually-
he wore a suit
I
to
had that
elementary school every day.
I like that Eric is like vaguely trying to pull what he thinks that someone might have been made fun of for in middle school.
I'm just picturing Carl actually.
Okay, yeah. If you were to pick, definitely got bullied in middle school.
Aw, sad.
He doesn't care.
Okay, the thing I was gonna say is if anyone's keeping track of how many hit dice they have used during short rests, technically you get one. I think is it one hit dice back per long rest?
You get
Or
half.
It's half.
You
I
get
thought it was
half.
half.
Yeah, I thought it was half.
Half. Okay. Well,
Half
anyway.
a hit die?
I have to now keep D4s
half
in my
of your-
inventory.
half of your total hit die. So
Oh,
like, if
really?
you have, isn't
You
it?
don't fully recover your hit die on a long rest?
Yeah,
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
It's only half.
So technically, I don't have all my hit dice right now. I don't think it'll come up, but it's.
I mean, I don't think I do either. That's really interesting.
In that vein, by the way, just everyone make sure you've got your spells prepped for the day. You've got your hit points assigned properly. Just
let me go
Yeah,
prep all my spells.
Currently prepping spells.
Real quick.
Oh my
All
spell.
right, my spells of punch it and then punch it real good. Both
Okay,
prepped.
come on. Don't give yourself some credit. You have punch it a lot of times, punch it and make it stunned, punch it, and like you have a decent amount of options for your fist spell.
you could be the high mage of Catharsis with that many
Obviously,
fist
I have
spells.
to use a specific punch it spell if I want to punch it.
Because she's got punch it faster, stun it harder.
You.
Work
My favorite Daft Punk song.
I mean, when you cast a spell, does it say spell?
Nah, it's Daft Punch. Not Daft
Whoa!
Punch.
Oh god damn it.
Hey,
That's so
Mary,
good.
Mary, can you please make a spell called Punch? Just so that when you cast it, it does say show spell description.
What level do you cast it at? There's only one level to cast it.
It's level 9.
No, it's like a warlock. It's like a
always the
warlock thing. You only
highest
cast it
level.
at max level.
I'm not in front of my computer right now, so I can't exactly like fully prepare my spells. But can I just throw out
whenever
the ones
you
that
get here?
Okay, is that because
Whenever you get there?
because it's gonna be another? It turns out I was further than I thought. It's gonna be another hour before I get home.
I don't think it will be hugely relevant. Just whatever spells you want to use, you're locked into using.
Will, I got
Okay.
you. I'll do it.
Yeah, prepare
No.
spells for him.
I got it.
No.
You got it.
Why did he?
Just-
Why did he prepare speak with plants 8 times?
So he's got tongues. We need that spell. Spiritual weapon. Get rid of that shit.
I've got a real weapon. Why would I want a spiritual one?
Okay, he's getting water walk, aura vitality.
Okay, so David, I was actually kind of interested in just confirming, are we waking up in the morning and Jebraska slept with us? Because I thought he went back to his bed near the
No, you guys.
Brain.
I mean, he's at camp with you guys. He definitely walked out with you guys. Like if
Okay.
he's necessarily with you guys in like close proximity, or like you tell him to go 20 feet away because he's stinky, like that's your guys' prerogative.
Well, I was gonna say if Ode notices that he's busy telling Sunny and Morak about where he went to school, I think she'll kind of take that opportunity and then tug at Byron's and Artuk's sleeves to pull them like slightly away from where she sees Jebraska is.
Sure, he's talking to Morak right now as he's putting on the armor. Before you start that though, Sunny, roll just a D100 for me again. You have advantage. Morak, roll a D100 as well. And then go
Okay.
ahead, Mary.
Sorry, I think we're out here. Oh, I can't move Jebraska. But anyway, we're over here. So I think she pulls them aside and she's like, "Hey, sorry, Byron, I know you were super excited about just getting started, but I kind of wanted to share some." And she's kind of whispering or talking quietly at least. And she said, "I kind of wanted to share something with you two. Just I don't know if it's silly. I don't know if it's even worth mentioning to the whole group, but just about Jebraska. I just kind of was thinking about yesterday and how when we first met him, he was like really fiercely defensive of like his life and kind of wanting to make sure we wouldn't hurt him. And then like later on in the day, he just kind of seemed like nihilistic, like none of it matters. And I get that he like didn't know a whole ton about the kind of like mind flayer stuff. And that seemed fine. I mean, I think it seemed like a little weird because he has been here for 30 years. But then he like randomly seemed to pull out this bit of like obscure Warforged knowledge that like just like didn't seem to line up to me with his lack of knowledge about other things. So I'm just kind of getting a vibe that we should like not let our guard down too much around him. And I just kind of wanted to share that with you so that you could, I don't know,
Right.
also be on the same page.
Can I, thinking back over it, just make an insight check on just how he's behaved so far, and sort of if I've caught on to anything that feels particularly, strange beyond just like acting weird?
Also, who are you talking to right now, Mary?
Artuk and Byron.
Okay, cool.
You can, but you have disadvantage on it because it was
Sure.
like 8 hours ago.
Yeah. 13?
I mean, Ode's made some good points, but equally, this is a man
Fair.
who's been cooped up for 30 years.
Yeah, I feel what you mean on that. It's not all adding up quite right. And it could just be that he's, I'm sure I'd be a little fucked up too if I lived in a cave with nobody around for a very long time. But also, it could just be that he's got some nefarious intent, and I'm not super willing to subject the rest of us to that intent if he's got, our harm in his mind. So, yeah, let's be cautious and let's not trust him to do anything particularly important.
Okay,
I
yeah. I think
can
that's
agree with that.
sweet. Cool. Glad that wasn't
Yeah,
super
it wasn't
crazy.
really on my mind, so thanks for putting it in my mind. That's, might help us later. Be wary.
At this point, Jebraska's like, anyway, it was just nice to talk to someone about that. Hey, is that the
Yeah.
Warforged guy over there? He starts walking over towards Sunny. So yeah, I feel like my time in that cave just kind of trails off.
Zeka. Could you guys help me with my armor for a second? I can't. Ever since I got hit in the head pretty hard, it's been hard to like reach back there. And
Yeah,
Kezia,
for
could you with
sure.
the knots, could you get the shin armor? I can't. It's been really hard
Wait.
moving for the past day.
Dude, your calves are fucking huge. Jesus Christ.
Thank you. I try very hard on the calves. But Kezia, Zeka, also random thing. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really trust this Nebraska guy, Jebraska. When he first showed up, he was like very defensive and protective of the Mind Flayer stuff, and then he kind of just got nihilistic all of a sudden. And I don't know if we should trust him that much. I was gonna go tell Sunny, but I don't know if one of you guys could tell him this after Jebraska's done talking to him. I just don't know what he's
Kill
up
that guy
against.
for you? Cause like I'll totally kill that guy for you.
No, I feel like we need to. I'm not going to say we should or shouldn't. I think we need to turn a little bit of a new leaf with just murdering people. Just a little bit. Because he hasn't really done anything yet, but he has crystals in his head. And I asked him about it last time, and he just, like, pushed it off like it was nothing. And I don't trust that.
Well, you bring up some good points, but if I was in the cave for like a super long time, I would get pretty crazy too.
Well, so here's the thing, Zeka.
Sure.
Like there's actually a great play in Catharsis about a man getting trapped on an island, and he goes so crazy, starts talking to a ball. And yes, well,
ball?
it is crazy, and anybody would go crazy. That man at least like explored the island and figured out everything that was going on about it. I forget the actors. It was Hanks something.
Oh, I think I've heard of that play. It's called Outer Wilds, right?
Yes.
No, that
It
was
was a
the
great. It
sequel.
was a great
Inner
one.
Wilds.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's based on a book called Castaway.
oh,
But
yes.
it's just like he at least went and explored everything. This guy has apparently just sat in a cave growing crystals on his head for 30 years. And I don't know, like, just like, you're a little bit sneaky. Well, not a little bit sneaky, because you're very good at just popping up places. So just like keep an eye out on him. What did you say, Rebecca?
Kezia has helped me. I'm a little sneaky now.
Well, yes, I just like you're very sneaky. Have we wrapped your hooves in anything? It's like hard floors, like tile floors in there.
Yeah, the moss is kind of like disintegrated. It turns out it's not a very good shoe material.
Yeah, it's
It just
not.
kind of goes away after a while.
It's not. It's a very bad shoe material.
I also got burned by a dragon, so that kind of fucked it up a bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Is
I
Zeka
didn't know that
implying that he hasn't been sneaky since before Harry and Magi?
I don't think he's
To be
implying
fair,
anything. I
he
think
was
he's
in a
owning up
wheelchair
to
the whole
it.
time.
Bro, I'm just talking. I'm just saying shit.
It's fine. It's fine. Thank
It's
you for the
fine.
help on the armor. I'm going
You're
to
welcome.
I'm gonna try to do some calisthenics in the armor and try to loosen up the old joints while I'm quite young, but you know what I mean.
Make the connecting pieces more malleable. Warm them up a bit,
What?
right? Or I don't. Hey Sonny, what's up?
You
go to
Hello,
school
you
ever?
hear Jebraska just finish off his thought. So yeah, just some days I just think I'm becoming like my father. Anyway, it's been a great talk.
I think Sonny was like paying rapt attention to him, like nodding along, like yeah.
Oh,
hi,
he
Zeka.
got
So
into
I
some
think-
dark stuff then.
You see, Sonny's eyes are just like wide open apertures.
As wide as his little LED eyes can be.
Yeah.
Beady little eyes. All right, well, gang. Does anyone else want to have a private conversation before we go? Because otherwise, I'm feeling pretty diesel right now.
Oh, Zeka, I feel
No,
like
let's
we
go.
could have a talk. You see, I've had some issues regarding my sister that I feel like.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. Oh, what's that?
Wouldn't your sister be dead?
Oh, hey, I have some more now.
I was actually going to say, based on our conversation last night, I was going to try to take some notes using a cerulean eye method, just about kind of that room that we saw with all the cases and like the computer, and so I'm gonna start doing that, and I'll try to work as efficiently as possible, as taking all of our notes, and then maybe as soon as we want to continue, maybe you guys could develop like exactly what we want to do, and kind of exploring like, are we just going to jump down that hole, kind of maybe see if we need any sort of game plan, and I'll actually just go get started on that so I don't waste any time.
You can't just simply jump down a hole. Like,
All right, follow me, boys. We're jumping down
Yep,
this
you're right.
hole.
what's wrong with
My
the
plan
kids?
is throw down rope and then climb down that hole.
Okay, are you guys making a mad sprint for it? You have to pass through like the front computers with like those weird fleshy
No,
canvases.
we're not. We're joking.
Okay.
Well, obviously they were joking. Ode walks away to start taking notes, and I can describe that later.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe we could send down Bailey and or Kezia first, since she's all roguey and shit.
I'm not certain what hole you guys are talking about.
Oh yeah, you were guarding the barrels last time. Here's barrels. This is what you've been staring at for the past like 3 hours, Kezia, before your nap. Now here, let me show you around. Did you get the log of the last game? We recorded it for you.
Yeah, I looked over some of Ode's notes, but I still don't know what hole you guys are referring to.
I meant the video. We
shithole.
posted it on YouTube.
Yeah, the notes that Ode released on
Oh
the
yeah.
promo.
Okay. Cool. But anyway, I'm going to make the executive decision. I want to look at these computers. I know you guys don't want me to. I want to. Is anybody going to stop me?
Ode is in the other room.
Oh, guide you. Here you
No,
go.
do it.
Guidance.
Go
Um,
ahead.
Also, Brenna, you see where my arrow is right now?
Yeah, I'm looking. I
the-
figured those were the holes, but
Those are big holes. Gotcha. Cool. Just making sure you knew, at least.
thank you, Adam.
Could everyone position
Adam,
themselves where they are on the ship? Shit.
I just had an idea that we shouldn't go in here now.
It's fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Hey, David,
Yes.
what was the D100 for?
Oh, yeah. So speaking of that, Morak and Sunny, thank you for reminding me. I was about to get to that, but it kind of got cut off by Dominic Banks's breakthrough
Sunny,
film.
canonically, the way we rolled this D100 is because we held each other's hand, we jumped up and down and said, "We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it."
As you
We got in
guys
a little
both
two-person
feel
huddle.
that, you feel this just kind of like this just sudden surge and just like this headache just kind of overwhelm you for just like not quite a migraine, but just like enough that like you kind of like recoil and feel like that kind of tunnel vision effect as you like open your eyes back up.
Is it obvious that Morik has felt this also?
I mean, if you were holding hands and jumping together, you guys both in tandem just suddenly recoiled.
You felt it too.
Yeah, that was clearly not a friendship jump type of tunnel vision that we got.
Is this what love feels like?
No.
Okay.
Is this
you-
how people talk to each other?
Sonny, you don't get to feel those things. You're a robot.
Okay.
What are y'all saying to each other? What are you doing?
Too far in the improv, we don't know how to get back.
I really lost the narrative because I was trying to think of if any character was like cautious enough to be like, no, Morak, don't potentially risk your life at the computer things that you can't see.
The thing
is
is, we're all
life-threatening."
curious.
Right, yeah, but like Ode's distracted, Kezia's like incredibly foolhardy at the moment, and everyone else is like not super
Wait,
interested.
I thought
is-
the D100s were related to Jebraska talking to us, so that's why I went into this bit, because that's when he had us roll them.
No, that was just a
No.
specific reminder.
So wait, was Morak? I lost it for a moment. Is he like approaching one of the computers, like as though he were going to interface with it, as he has in the past?
Oh, he announced
Morak
it.
is yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
I'm
announced,
sorry.
I'm planning on doing this. Does anyone want to stop me or something like that?
I sorry, it was prepping my spells. I very
Fine.
distinctly think that this has been a bad idea every time we've done it so far. Almost hurt you twice, almost hurt lots of us twice, brought down the entire place we were in last time, and very distinctly and specifically is part of the danger that we were trying to avoid here.
But it also gave us a lot of good information.
It's a lot of good, and just like you said, almost hurt us. Like, I'm
And it
getting
did.
better at this.
I mean, you're right. I see value to the information in it, but I'm thinking about the last one. If we're going to be practical here with it and all, the last one made the whole ruins we were in start to fucking crumble when you stopped interacting with it. If we're going to do that, we should do it on our way out, not our way in.
Well, to mention the first time you interacted with one of these, you were laid out because you got mind fucked so hard for like a week.
Yeah, but that was
The same kind of computer.
But that was the first time he interacted
That was the
with that
first
kind of
time it happened, and then
And then
We
we
also
got
had to
into
cut
it.
the
Fucked up
tentacle
the
off
second
from
time.
eating your brain.
Wait. I can solve this. I'm gonna do a bad vibes check. I got 19.
Honestly, the vibes here are all off, but you can't tell whether or not that's because everyone's just shitting on Morak's idea or whether because Morak's idea is in and of itself bad. It's hard to read.
All right, I want to walk up to the computer.
Okay.
What are you doing there, Sonny?
I
Just-
see you guys and Morax like facing like this direction. He's still just arguing on why he should. As Sonny walked behind him,
Sonny, as you walk forward towards the computer, you do see you walk towards this very front one, right? You see, similar to the one in Fort Kingston, just kind of this ovoid like screen with just sheer blackness, nothing there but like a bit of a like shimmer and reflection, and this kind of like tentacle-esque thing kind of at the bottom that as you approach, it kind of like shifts towards you, not like it's gonna grab you, but more of like it seems to be almost like acknowledging that someone is near.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Was Sonny doing this stealthily enough that we don't see him approach
don't
it because
think
we were
Sonny
involved in a
was.
conversation? Or
No, he
okay.
was just walking over to it. Do I feel anything as I approach it, like
No.
the migraine or anything like that?
Not immediately.
I can't remember. Did I actually go into the computer at Fort Kingston? I think I did
You
briefly.
did.
You did briefly.
Yeah. And it started to wreck your memories, remember? Everything was falling down in the room with the filing cabinets.
I mean, you do realize the irony in that statement. It wrecked your
Yes.
memories, remember?
Yes. Fair.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I think we're getting ready to go into this place. What are we actually looking for here? We're just trying to destroy shit.
Yeah, largely.
So here's the thing.
okay.
From there, where do we go?
Out of here.
Exactly. What's the next step? If we don't know what the next step is, we're kind of sunk.
Sonny, you're thinking very far ahead of this. I think I feel like what's happening next will come to us.
Well, and also we kind of had a plan for the next step. It was to travel north and then see if we could locate the person, this being that's been contacting Artuk in his dreams about the blight thing.
Yeah, and the other good thing about that was we know the location of one more of these temples, and it's out that way too. So I feel like we have enough info to go off of if that's what you were getting at there.
I'm not entirely against booting into one of these things. It seems like, I mean, initially, yes, perhaps it was dangerous, but I cannot imagine that these things are designed to kill whoever uses it. That seems like a terrible design flaw. And by my observation, I think Morak has gained some skills in the the sort that would help him access this.
Well,
So
a mouse trap isn't designed to hurt humans, so we have to decide if we're the mouse that's in the trap or the humans with these computers. With
Who's
these
to say it's a
things.
trap?
Well, in terms of if it's not designed to hurt the user, it depends on. We don't know its design, and it has hurt us in the past. It has hurt Morak in the past.
that is true.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Here's a weird use of something, but if we were if this was intended to hurt users who weren't, using it correctly, in that sort of a way, like it has an ill effect on anyone who isn't, the initial designer or something like that, would it proc if I cast Find Traps? Because the way that the spell reads, it's a trap for the purpose of the spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator.
I mean, you could try.
Sure. Is it I mean, if it's worth our while, I can try to suss out if there was any ill intent by the designer or if it's just, we're hurting ourselves through ill use of it. But even that, I feel like, at the end of that, like, if I'm like, okay, it's not inherently made to hurt us, that doesn't mean that being an idiot with it is not going to hurt us anyway.
That's true.
I think Ode kind of briefly joined the conversation and then kind of looked at how she, I can still describe it later, but her kind of note-taking apparatus, and then kind of walks away maybe to one of these computers over here to continue that, and just says, I'm just kind of hesitant of these things hurting us, and I really don't want them to explode this place before the time's over, and then kind of says that over her shoulder as she walks away.
Hey, let me just say one thing. The last 2 times that I interfaced with these things, I was trying to gain a lot. The first one, it was very much a new thing. I was trying to figure out everything that was going on here. The second time, I was trying to learn about how Sunny was made, what the Mind Flayer's goal was, what happened at Fort Kingston, and where all of the bases were. And I mean, that was a lot, and that's what caused it all to shut down. Granted, there was also other things going on there where I know Arta got sucked into it and Sunny got sucked into it. All I want to know here is what was going on. I don't need anything more than that. I don't think Fort Kingston was a major operation. This one, at least from what Jebraska has told us, which is very little, it does not seem like a major operation, especially seeing outside of here. It's just like the last Fort Kingston, they built a giant fort on here. Outside, it's just a small shanty town, and I know that the weave breaking did not help the shanty town, but it's still not a large structure. I do not think that this is as major as that one was. I think if I interface with this, if I put on the helmet, I feel that it might help me in some way, not get affected by it as much.
I mean, I'm going to put it this way, Morak. I think that there is useful information you might be able to get out of this. I don't know if it's necessarily information we need. If it is, then it could be worth getting it. And I think that you make a fair point about you've done this a couple of times, you've learned a bunch as you've gone. But I also worry with all of this that we dive into that the approach we've taken has sort of been try it, we'll probably be okay, and then get hurt real bad. I feel like we've kind of let ourselves get led by our hubris the whole way through this so far, and I see that as kind of a worrying pattern. If you are confident in yourself, I'm willing to trust again, but if hubris ends up getting us hurt, that's just another piece of data for the pattern, I guess. Um, it's up to you there. I'm not going to say no, don't do it if you think you can, but be careful of what's motivating your decisions and whether it's confidence well placed in yourself or too far placed.
Well, I appreciate what you're saying, Artak, but there is this old Orcish phrase that you remember how to say it in common, but it's called third time's a charm. And
Sound like you just said it.
I'm feeling good about this one.
I'll support, but we're gonna get the fuck out if we need to. I mean, worst case scenario,
I
we can
want
come
you
in here.
guys near me to pull me. If you start seeing me convulse in any way, pull me out. Most of
I think you got
been
this.
most of the stuff here has been destroyed each time I've interfaced with it, and it's been bad.
I mean,
There
last
were
time
things here.
you didn't start convulsing until after you got released from it. So
Wasn't that 2 times ago?
Yeah.
yeah.
My
Either
memory's
way.
been fuzzy for the past 2 days. I don't know why.
I mean, go for it if you're gonna go for it. We'll pull you out if we need to, but if we need to again, remember how many times we've needed to at that point.
You have my full support. I put up 2 big thumbs. Well, small thumbs.
I'm gonna. Should we take some kind of precautions? Is just severing the connection between that tentacle thing and him? Is that what we need to do, or?
That's what worked the first time we did it.
Yeah, that worked. He was fucked up for a long while afterwards, which
Yeah,
is rough. But
did that hurt to do that?
I mean, it did not hurt.
Like, specifically the severing of the tentacle, did that specific part hurt? Like, could you feel the tentacle?
Grumsh?
You couldn't feel it wasn't like they were cutting off your hand, but it was like a very sudden like mental feedback right into your brain that hurt a lot.
sort of like you felt it in the same way that if you were asleep and somebody threw a bucket of ice water, you don't it's more the shock of waking up than any kind of pain.
Yes, it did hurt. But I feel there were other factors at play there.
Okay, I have an idea. What if I do think it is worth doing. I am firmly in your camp right now, Morak. Let me just put that out there. But I think maybe if Byron, you were to cast your little like mind enhancing drug that you've got on him, and then I were to continuously pray for him, and I know that sounds like dumb, like thoughts and prayers, whatever, but like it actually has a tangible.
We've met
benefit.
God already. It's not dumb anymore, Zeka.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, I can pray for you, and it will literally help you accomplish this task. So I think if we do that, and if we keep an eye on you, Artuk, you could probably insight, or you could look at his countenance to see how he's doing, and we can pull him out if we need to. And I think it is a risk, but it is a worthwhile risk to take. Because
All right.
knowledge is power.
I should probably clarify that my beatboxing of counter charm only helps save him from being charmed or frightened.
Oh, can't you cast enhanceability?
I guess I could.
It's.
I
I
don't
was
know.
thinking
I
about
need
that.
to know what ability to enhance.
It's also a little early to start.
Intelligence.
It's also a little early, I feel like, to start, dishing out magic. We're in the first room here. There's probably a lot more ahead of us.
Right, but if a second level spell, metagaming pigeon, if a second level spell can prevent him from taking
and start
40
touching it before we start metagaming too hard.
All right.
Yeah, I think that at this point we can talk forever. Let's do it. I feel like we're all on the same page here.
Morak.
Let's do it. And let's be
Wait,
careful.
wait, can I interject?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, Ode has kind of been taking her like notes of these like thing in the center, this thing, and these two computers. And as she's leaving to go to this room over here, she kind of turns over her shoulder and she says, "No, bringing this place down too soon." And actually, I don't know if now I kind of think it might be okay if I'd like described what she's been doing also.
Yeah, do your thing.
Cool. So I think when she first came over to this area, she actually pulled out some of her tailors and weaving tools and kind of unspooled some like yarn or thread from a spool and just kind of like left it in a pile on the ground. And then kind of like the memories in Harry Potter style, like made these little kind of like just pinched her fingers together and then formed these little like glowing pieces of thread that she started wrapping around the spool. And this is kind of a modified cantrip that David, it's like based off of an existing cantrip called Encode Thoughts, but we thought that it would be cool if the Cerulean Eye used it to like rather than taking specific notes and everything that they see, if they want to like record something, they can just encode their thoughts into these spools that can then be held and transported and then kind of like re-encoded back into the whole archive once they get back to the monastery. So she's just kind of like looking at encoding all the details of what she's seeing, kind of if there's any specific like hieroglyphs or runes or anything, and just kind of like generally like the size of the room and like the if she's noticing anything in the computers. And kind of in this room she's going to be looking like specifically at how many of each species there are and what they look like and that kind of thing. And so I think like later on she'd like to record from Morak like what does it look and feel like to be in the computer, but this is kind of what she's doing since she knows our purpose is to like destroy this place.
That's so cool.
Thank you. Okay, so she says don't bring it down too soon, and then walks into this room. And David, is Jebraska where he's standing, kind of like out of the room?
Sorry, I meant I've just was playing around with him. No, he actually is just kind of wandering around in here.
Okay. I think Ode would be like, if you want to go back to the main computer room, it's where the most people are, and kind of looks at him like, you don't need to be alone with me.
He looks like he's about to make a point and then thinks, yeah, I'll walk over there. Yeah, Morak, what do you do as you walk over to this?
I'm gonna pull out the Mind Flare helmet, put it on, and then touch the computer.
As you do, and as you put on the helmet especially, Sonny, I think you were watching this, the tentacle like notably shifts from towards you towards Morak. Like just immediately gravitates towards him as he puts on the helmet. And do you reach out towards Tentacle?
Are you asking me a Sonny?
Honestly, either.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get ready to just like sever the connection if anything looks like it's going wrong.
Okay.
As soon
gonna
as
ready
he
my
beats that,
action.
we'll start beatboxing my counter charm.
And I am both going to give guidance to Morak.
all right.
And are you doing that as well?
No, it's fine. You go ahead.
I'll give it to Sunny instead.
Yeah, all right. Then I will. Well, finish your thought then.
Sorry, did I? Okay. Either way, I will give some guidance. And what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, and I'm going to do my best to try to not interact with the computer at all, but I want to try to mentally, via the Siren Matriarch's gift, keep tabs on Morak's mind.
Okay.
I basically just want to try to watch from a distance, hear what's happening in there, and be able to tell if there's distress we can't see.
Morak, as you reach out to touch the
And I cast
tentacle.
guidance on him.
Okay. And as you have guidance cast on you, but the tentacle begins to kind of, as you reach it, begins to wrap itself around your arm, very similarly to how it did way below the waves, like probably 2 months ago at this point for you guys, 2 or 3. And immediately your vision begins to just kind of flatten in a similar way to it did before. And when you put on the helmet initially, and you just kind of see the world darken around you, and you see like this kind of same psionic energy field for just a second. Make a intelligence saving throw.
Hey, is Morak wearing the helmet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna sit down next to like Morak's, just next to Morak, and I'm just gonna cast. I want to cast Mage Hand, like just my little invisible Mage Hand for right now, just as a.
Okay. You got it. Morak, as you feel this, those familiar kind of just like voice isn't the right word, but just that kind of echoey effect of just like this frantic like voice and whisper, and it just begins to fill your mind again. Artuk, if you're listening and you just kind of hear this discordant whisper that is like a little bit jarring, because Morak's mentioned like an effect on him, but never quite this. Morak, you are going to take. You're going to take 3 points of psychic damage out the gate.
Okay.
But as you do, you just start hearing this like guttural, like just like groaning scream kind of begin to fill your mind, and like suddenly like all the blackness, all the vision around you, it kind of returns back normal. Like you are snapped back immediately into reality, and you see the kind of interface in front of you, the kind of ovoid one, light up just a little bit, kind of similar to when you see a TV turn on. There, it's like still black, but there's kind of like that undercurrent of light that you can just notice. You just begin to see what languages does everyone speak?
Orcish, Common, Goblin.
Fluent, Giant, and Decent Common.
Common and Gnomish.
Common, Primordial, and Orcish.
Common and Halfling.
Zeka knows Sylvan, Elvish, Draconic, and Dagger.
All right. Didn't expect that
Can't
last
even
one.
speak Common. It's weird.
But as you go through, all of you just see from the right side of the screen, just kind of moving towards the left, kind of just along the perimeter and wrapping in. You just see these characters begin to form in just a language you guys aren't fully sure of, and just kind of begin to wrap around the edge and kind of just begin to work towards this spiral moving inward. Morak, make an intelligence check. You have guidance on you.
What does that mean?
I think a D4.
Yeah, you get a D4.
Does he get advantage
Wow.
from the counter charm?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Would that just be? Oh, that's just a saving throw, right?
It's just it's an intelligence ability check. I don't know what
Okay.
your saves are.
I can assure you that fighters don't get intelligence.
All right, add a d4 to that real quick. Son of
I'm a smart boy.
son of a bitch.
What was it? Was it 4? Was it 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
26.
With a 26 composite, as you go through, you see these kind of just unknown letters in this unknown language begin to kind of spiral around you. And then it all just kind of begins to fade, and you see just at the very center of it, very center, just completely different from the rest of the kind of interface, you see Orcish script begin to go across. And excuse me. It says life support, critical, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 through like, or sorry, primary life support, critical, 1, 2, 3 through 12, and just all of them just a flat line.
Can other people see this? Because you describe it like I'm not in the computer, right?
It is, or if you can read Orcish, you can read this as well.
Guys, look at the ground. Are the 12 pods or remnants of pods?
I look around.
There are
there?
7 that you can see. Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah, I
10.
meant remnants.
It counts up to 10. It counts up to 10. Got the number wrong on that. There are 7 remaining here, and there are 3 empty spots for it.
Okay. Morak's gonna like try to shake the tentacle off of his arm.
I mean, if you really try, it will give and release you, but like it's kind of like holding like a somewhat firm grip on you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like shake it off.
All right.
Yeah, if he has any trouble shaking it off, Sunny's gonna help him.
I'm gonna help too with my mage hand.
Okay, yeah. As you guys do,
I'm giving guidance.
You guys are able to just get his arm out, and then as you do, you see the interface just kind of like hitting the remote on the TV, just ooh, and just goes back to dark.
Yeah,
What was that sound again?
these are just systems to control the pods.
Okay.
These aren't. This isn't one of the computers that. Yeah, I should have guessed because I don't believe they look similar, but it's been a while. Definitely has the same layout, but I feel like these ones might just be to control pods. If you guys are okay with it, I'd like to also check the pod in the other room with creatures still in them. Or the
Sure.
computer in the other room with the creatures still in the pods.
Sure.
Okay.
Then, yeah, as you head in, do you go? So there are a variety of little creatures that are in these pods. Do you walk over to this computer as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Before we do this, we need to address what do they. I feel like there is a chance that these things come back to life.
Well, I want to know if any of them are.
I feel like we should be ready to destroy them.
Oh, yes. 100%. I just need to know because before there was a mind flayer in one, and that one was actively trying to get out. What worries me is that these were put here, like the matriarch were.
Yes. How many of these, David? How many of these have things in them?
Isn't it all the intact ones?
Pretty much all the intact ones. They're kind of bobbing around. You guys weren't able to see if they were like specific signs of life when you last went through, but you may well be able to get some new info now.
Yeah, but I mean, just like there's the ones that are intact all have things in them.
Yeah, which Did I not make the token?
I know you sent pictures for
I
me.
sent them somewhere, which is what they are. There is a variety mix of these different creatures, though. And it basically amounts to, it is a kind of strange, almost moth-looking, like bipedal humanoid. This is a bald green humanoid with like sharp ears that is kind of just suspended and floating with like I said, green skin and kind of just different facial marks. Something that looks like a Neanderthal human, and something that looks like a Neanderthal orc, effectively. This kind of gross, like overgrown, like tumor covered and like hyper muscled on one side. Again, humanoid, but with like just kind of these unnatural growths and like more like, yeah, just not quite human looking.
Okay, yeah.
And there's one more. Oh, and something that looks like a bipedal four-armed ant.
I'm gonna get ready to blast the tumory muscly one. If like it comes out, I'm gonna prepare my Eldritch Blast. If it starts, I don't know, if it comes back to life or breaks out of its containment. If they even break out of their containment, I think I will get ready to blast them.
Okay. Mark, do you go to the computer once more?
Yes.
Make another intelligence save.
And I'm going to continuously cast guidance on him,
Okay.
like over and over and
doesn't
over
work
again.
on saves, right?
Yeah, I know, but he'll have to make a check at some point.
This time, you only take 2 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
But once again, you just kind of feel this again kind of rush, and just to save a bit of time, that kind of same experience you had just a moment. This time, though, make an intelligence check. You again have that D4. Okay. What comes before you is again that screen, and like it begins to kind of sprawl with this weird language, and then transitions back into Orcish. You see the words subject life support, and just kind of going down the list 1, 2, 3, on, and just individual pods that are marked with kind of like almost like a photo of just the different subjects, and it's just like terminated, terminated, low function, terminated, such that you gather that, and then just like different life signs along it. So some of the pods that are not intact, the inhabitants, as best you can gather, have since deceased. But you sense that there are 3 creatures that are still alive in there, with just like still very faint but life signs that are like immediately visible. It's like a kind of like a, it's basically like a measuring, to put it in medical terms, it'd be like kind of tracking like electronic activity in the brain, or like a heartbeat, or like rates of that are clearly just showing vital signs.
The creatures in the back to tank that still are alive are giving us signs.
Exactly. They are themselves not moving right now, but they are on the computer. They have some vital signs, and it is specifically that kind of green, bald, sharp featured creature, and the tumored one that Sunny is aiming down, and then just one of the kind of ant-like ones.
Okay, everybody, Liz, and I explained that to the group. Can I gain any? Is this just a life support computer?
Do you probe deeper?
I try to learn anything I can about the green elf.
Okay, make an intelligence check once again. You still have guidance, because I'm just going to assume Zeka's popping that constantly.
Yeah, I'm literally just like praying over and over and over again.
21.
Okay, as you go through, you basically kind of, in a strange way, kind of select it and kind of pull it.
I use the tentacle and I like move it around like a joystick to get on the green guy.
Absolutely. But yeah, as you kind of pull up, you do see words that it's kind of just like resistance, high resistance, Kind of just going down the list. Unknown origin, or not unknown origin. Origin unknown. Interrogation pending. Kind of just words and just like different conjectures, and then like confiscated equipment, which is the words mean nothing to you, but you see pictures and what it looks like forms of armor, like a weapon of some sort that's kind of like a pole arm with a very sharp blade on one side and a kind of metalloid looking kind of pommel on the back. And just
a
like
Shaolin spade.
all right, I'll be looking that up in a minute, but yeah, and you just see kind of this baseline info, and it just seems to be some kind of prisoner of unknown origin, or yeah, unknown origin isn't the right word. It seems like they captured this creature and intended to interrogate it for information about its origin, and that it was part of a more wider like resistant effort against those who were in charge of these ruins.
Okay, I relay this to the group and then I ask. So I feel I'd like to wake this one up, but we could easily do that once we're leaving.
I mean,
That's probably for the best.
if it's something we're gonna kill, I'd rather kill it on our terms.
Fair.
I don't know if I want to kill this one.
Well, I mean, not saying that we're going to kill it, but if it comes, I'm just saying, if we get farther into this place and then this thing decides to come back to life and hunt us down, it's gonna be attacking our butts.
Well, not yours. But I digress. I'll let this one be to the group. Well, I'd love to learn about this thing now. I feel like there might be more pressing matters of figuring out what the rest of this place was about.
I agree with you on that one.
Agreed.
Sure.
That said, I do think we should try to kill the big muscle-bound one. Like, is there like a choice of just like terminate or anything in those screens?
And I just don't. Like, what if it's a nice person and they're just muscly? Like, haven't you ever met a Goliath? Like, they're pretty, like, some of them look scary, but they're just big muscle men and women.
I understand that, but I feel like we could take the little green elf. I feel like that thing could really fuck up our steez, you know?
Okay, but Zeka could fuck us up, and like, look at him.
That's
What?
true.
I don't think that necessarily appearance dictates power.
Can I call Jebraska over here?
I think we kind of have to
You see him
decide
creepily
if we
watching
want
in the
to
hall.
assume that we have the capability to wake them up and then decide if they are a harm to us and to the greater world, or if we just if we have that ability at all, or if we just kind of have to assume that they are either non-functional or just inherently hostile.
Well, let's see. It did say that, like, it gave like a little creature profile, didn't it? So maybe we could read the profile on the big muscly one. If it says, hey, it's a big aggressive fucko that wants to kill everything it sees with its one giant hand. I wonder what it did with that one hand. I'm getting sidetracked. Then we kill it, we terminate it. But if it says, like, a gentle giant that loves to give wonderful one-armed hugs, then we leave it be.
I mean,
I think-
I'll go over to the. I'm pretty good at navigating this menu now.
Guys, didn't we literally talk about earlier not wanting to get too cocky about exploring this UI that hurts him every time he uses
It's
it?
just a tentacle arm. It's just like a joystick, man.
Like,
I mean, he's doing a pretty good
You
job.
don't
of it.
understand. It's a Unix system. He knows this.
I mean, you know
I'm
what?
actually
Fine.
I'm just about done with everything I want in here, so I'm gonna go start taking notes in that big brain thing.
I
I'm
want to
just
ask
gonna be-
Jebraska if he knows anything about
Yeah,
this.
he's creepily standing in the hallway watching you guys.
Hey, Jebraska, do you know anything about this?
I mean, I was focused on the box. So no.
Fair enough.
Also, would you mind not like just creepily watching us from afar? I mean, like we know each other. You don't need to stalk us.
He gets a little too close to Byron.
All right, I regret my decisions. I feel
And
like this is happening a lot lately.
sniff. He gives a big sniff.
I mean, I feel like if you guys are looking for stuff, you should tackle the big one. And like, there's again that box that I actually know what's what with that. So like, I feel like if anything, you guys should touch that.
What's the box? What are you talking about?
That seemed awfully leading.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
Didn't you say you didn't know where the box was last time we
no,
talked?
I said I'm the technician who was installed the box.
I
said I don't know
believe we
anything
asked-
else about this.
Hey,
Can
why
I
don't you just tell
insight
us what
check
the
him? That was weird.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Whoever's Jaegering me, could you?
I got you, boy.
That seems off. That seems off.
That seems off.
That seems off. Because, he said, I don't know what the box does. I just kind of installed it. Now he's kind of like, oh, maybe you guys should fuck around.
Okay, that's good. Because I thought I was going insane. Because I was like, I'm pretty certain he explicitly said he doesn't know what the box
Right, it's the do we assume that David forgot what he said, or do we have to check if the NPC is saying something weird?
It's been 3 weeks.
Why did you lie to us before? I don't
What do you mean?
understand.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you know what I mean. But come on, stop bullshitting me.
I really don't. You just kind of said I'm a liar.
Earlier today you said that earlier yesterday you said that you would just install the box. You don't know what it does, and now you're saying that you know a lot about it. Come on, which one is it?
I mean, I don't really. I feel like I said that I installed the box and knew what it did. It was yeah, I definitely said that yesterday.
Okay, what does the box do then?
What does the box
It's a
do?
weird little interface between that thing points at the brain and that thing points at the computer.
Okay, elaborate, please.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Is it playing Claire de Lune?
What?
Yeah, it is. What?
Jebraska, why don't you mess with the box?
Oh, they didn't
Yeah,
train
how
me
about you
how
mess
to.
with the box?
What? Yeah, and
So
you
you
think they
want us
trained
to do it?
us to?
Well, I mean, you guys seem to want to.
You seem to want us to.
You guys came in here with the job of doing that. You're messing with it right now. I mean, not the box specifically, but all this stuff anyway.
But why are you pushing for us to fuck with the box?
I don't know. It's just got installed here, and it's an interface between that thing and that thing. Like,
Didn't you install it like an untold number of years ago?
I mean, yeah. You don't think I'm gonna remember the thing that destroyed my life was me having to be here to install that godforsaken thing, and being
And what
stuck
did the
here?
box do?
I don't know. I just went
You've
over
been here
that.
for
It's an
13
interface.
Wait, whoa, what?
My job was not to install the box and use it. Mine was to install the box so
My
other
job
people
was not
better.
to install the box. I just installed the box. Also, we're not at war with Eurasia.
Hey guys, you know,
How did you know that it worked? How did you know you did it correctly?
I'm very good at my job. But also, wait, I want to backtrack real quick. You guys understand, like, you know, I don't know much life outside of here anymore, but like, I assume catapults are still a thing. You know, if I build a
No, it's all
catapult, it
trebuchets
doesn't.
now.
No, it's all outlawed.
Okay, well,
Outlawed.
before they were outlawed, people made catapults, and then people besides the people who made the catapult used them.
You can't
Yeah,
prove
but
that.
here's the thing.
okay,
They weren't locked inside a room with the catapult for 30 years with nothing better to do than fuck with the catapult.
Riddle me that, bitch.
That wasn't a riddle, that was just an observation.
And
And
What do you
You
want?
had sex with it, didn't you?
No.
You fucked this box.
No, no, never, no.
I'm rolling an insight check on that.
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Oh, hold on.
Can you roll insight for me too, whoever?
I got you.
All right. 7.
There's Zeka's insight.
1 second, I need to roll for this.
He fucked this box.
You need to decide first off if he has it.
Wouldn't we all have tried to fuck the box though?
Look, it's not about what we
Weird.
would do. It's about what he did do.
Zeka, you got a 14, by the way. Zeka, you
Okay.
think... Actually, Sunny and Zeka, you both think... Oh, this fucking caged animal. You fucked a box.
That's why.
You fucked the
Wait,
box.
so Morak with the highest insight doesn't think that?
That was from the previous one.
That was from
Oh.
Zeka from a while ago.
Totally
Oh
fucked
my
the box.
god, what?
No,
Why?
No, I did not. I don't. You know what?
All right, if you didn't fuck the box, why are you being so cagey about it?
You are insinuating I fucked a box. I'm just trying to.
Look, I don't understand the mechanics. I mean, I don't really understand.
Well, you
sex
don't
in the
need to
first
because it
place.
didn't happen.
All right, then what did you do with the box that's making you so cagey about it? Did you form like a close, intimate relationship? Like, did you like marry it in your mind or whatever?
You ever
Hey, he
seen
probably-
that play Castaway? Or sorry, read that book Castaway.
I did. Did you
Zeka
draw a
cracks
face on
his
it?
fingers and he casts Zone of Truth. What's up, bitch?
Mark down that spell slot.
He probably
I'll mark
wants
that
us
down.
to mess with the box so that he can fuck the box. He's been sitting here musting over it for the past 30 years.
Okay, you pop Zone of Truth on him?
Yeah, I think it's a charisma saving throw.
Oh, he fails. So
Which I
fuck
can't-
out of that.
I cannot imagine he has high charisma.
I mean, no, but also he rolled low. I don't need to answer anything regarding this.
Why
You
did you
should,
fuck the
though.
box? Did you fuck the box?
I'm not saying shit.
I think the point of
I
him
just think you guys
fucking or
should
not
touch
fucking
it
the box
and mess
not-
around with it.
It's just a pervert.
Why do you want us to touch the
happened?
box?
I didn't hear what you said.
Why do you want us to touch the box?
I feel like it's relevant to what you guys are looking into. You're messing around with those computers. I think that is something you guys want to do.
Is
Then
there
why are you being
malicious
so
intent?
cagey?
You
Yes.
started insinuating I fucked the box.
No,
Did
okay,
you fuck
okay.
the box?
I don't have to answer that.
Okay.
Just say no if you didn't fuck the box.
My guy plead the fifth. That's what he's doing.
I like how a level 2
He could have
spell,
said no so many times.
a level 2 spell for enhancing Morak was like too frivolous, but this did you fuck the box was necessary.
Listen, I'm playing this character the way I want to play it. All right.
I think this is supremely in character. And did you or did you not fuck that box?
I am not answering
open
this
the box at this
question.
rate.
Okay. New question. Do
Look.
you want to see us fuck up by using this box? Do you want to see us get hurt by using this box?
I mean, not necessarily.
Why'd you say it like that? Just say no!
Look, these are leading questions, Jebraska. We're trying to just let you answer things simply and easily and not be a fucking weirdo. So take that opportunity.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why do you want us to touch the box besides that you think it's connected to a computer? And why didn't you use the box across these 30 years?
I mean, I just feel like we are getting off track.
He totally did use that nasty little box when he fucked it. Isn't that right, Jebraska?
I'm not answering that.
All right, I'm gonna go over to the box.
Okay. Yeah, you see Odo over there.
Oh, don't touch that box! Ode, be careful! Don't touch that box, Ode.
Hey, do
We
you
have
know what?
no idea what sort of.
There's this weird kind of sticky substance in the box.
Ode, no! Oh no! Don't touch that box.
Okay, I'm just taking visual notes. No touching.
Ode, I don't want to alarm you, but we have it on good authority that Jebraska fucked that box.
Oh gosh. All right, I won't add the sticky stuff to my notes about whatever history is related to this facility.
It's
You
the
know,
box.
Jebraska, while we've got you here, and while you're refusing to tell us whether or not you fucked this box, tell us, is there anything here that you know of that
I guess it would
can
be dry
and would be
and
happy to hurt us?
sticky.
I don't know for
Jebraska?
sure anything.
Okay.
But wait, no, yes, for sure there is something, and he
You
walks
just said
over
no
to
and yes.
he walks over this palisade. Behind here, there are some animals that try to get in. They will love to hurt you.
Okay, anything besides them?
I don't know for sure, but I haven't been to this full place. We went over this yesterday. If I go down that hole, I'll die from breaking my neck or starving to death because I can't get back up.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
so then, do you want us to like help you, and do you want us to live?
I want you guys to help me.
Do you want us to live? That's the more important part there, Jebraska.
Oh, after this conversation, I'm not so sure.
You're being very weird.
You have all been insinuating I have been fucking a box.
Well,
And
you
you
are not
refuse
giving us
to
sufficient
say-
evidence to say that you did not.
It is
Okay,
not my
Jebraska.
job to prove I didn't fuck the box. It is your job
More-
to prove I did.
I cast black light on the box.
Oh no.
Morak's gonna shake his arm off that tentacle and be like, Jebraska, just be real with me. It's a pretty sexy looking box.
I can't see, fucko.
Oh,
His stories don't line up at all.
do you like the personality of the box?
Does the box remind you of someone important in your life?
Someone cube shaped?
Ode walks in and she's like,
Yes, it does
like,
remind me of some people.
I can see. I think we all, if we were in your shoes, would have done the same thing, which is fuck the box.
You know, yeah, I think I would also have done the same thing. So I really don't think it's that weird.
Zaka, let's not imply you having sex with anything.
No,
But yes,
no,
I
but like,
absolutely would have fucked the box.
Ode whispers to Byron, it's
So-
an interrogation technique.
so
What
now
kind of
that
box?
we've talked about how we would fuck the box, how do you feel about it?
You all seem very fixated on this aspect of the box rather than what I was initially getting at, which is
Sorry.
Just touch it. Oh,
What
how
are you
often
wanting
do
us
you
to
touch it?
with?
Well, you can see how it seems
Your
weird
mind?
on our end, Jebraska, that you want us to touch the box, but you haven't in 30 years. Like, you clearly had to for installing it, right? So all you want us to
And
do
to
is
fuck it!
Oh my gosh.
Wait, yeah, he fucked it. We can touch it all we want.
That's the thing, Zeka. I
You know,
don't
I could
want
just
to now.
I could just open it with my mage hand from like 20 feet back.
That's
What?
perfect. Do it.
Gross. You're touching it with your mind hand? That's
Well-
even more nasty than what Jebraska did.
I'm gonna slap
So-
him invisibly.
You touch the box first, though.
Let me get this straight, since I was in the other room. Jebraska suggested we touch the box in terms of getting more information about the facility, because that's my understanding of why Morak was interacting with the computers.
No, I've got a good question for you, Jebraska. Did you ever see anyone touch and use the box? This is a yes or no question. If you say anything besides yes or no, so help me, Grumsh, Saint Cuthbert, whoever you like, I will smack you.
Yes.
Or I'll get the stronger people to smack you. Okay, what happened to them?
They interacted with that thing. I did not do that, so I don't know what that means. I was not part of that part of the job.
Okay.
I was gonna turn to the rest of the group and be like, "Is this what I'm like sometimes when I talk around things?"
Sometimes.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Jebraska,
Yes.
why did you install the box and then not
Fuck it.
leave if your job was just to install the box and literally nothing else?
I was supposed to the next day, and then everything went to shit.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you were like here for a period of time. So you installed the box, and then the next day, everything went to shit, and all of your
Well,
fellow soldiers died, except for 2 of them, and those 2 died later on down the road.
well, I mean, I don't know if it was the exact day after, but I certainly, after finishing installing that, took a couple days before I was supposed to leave. I was supposed to leave after doing it, and it just took a bit.
I would
Oh,
look at
you
everyone
just
else
wanted
like,
to like
this person
vacation
is
out here in the cave.
incomprehensible.
Sorry.
Sorry, what were you
Jebraska.
saying, Zeka?
I was just making a dumb. I was just saying like, oh, you wanted to vacation for a couple days in this shitty cave with a
Jebraska.
literal shithole. Like, why would you take a
Jebraska.
That
couple days
wasn't
down
there
here?
before.
Jebraska. So how long after you saw someone interact with it? How quickly did shit go wrong after that?
Hmm.
Honestly, not like a couple of days. Like,
So it wasn't the next day.
no.
Okay.
But you were supposed to leave the next day and you just didn't.
I mean, I was waiting for a ride out of town. I didn't want to just walk.
David.
See, now that is a sapient, reasonable explanation. Just say that. Don't say you took a couple days.
David, we learned that Imperial's messing with. Wait, no, it was the Elder Brain that broke the weave, right? How did we learn how the weave broke, and that the Imperials were responsible for it? Do we remember what? Did we learn what they did?
I mean,
thought
that
it
was a
the,
pretty big of a reach.
Dust dragon that broke the weave.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was Jebraska that did it now when he fucked the box.
No, that's what I'm wondering, Sonny. Is this the thing? We know that the weave broke because of the Imperials messing with the brains.
Well, it wasn't the Imperials. It was the Dusk Dragon. Not slaves, but followers. Who fucked the weave like Jebraska fucked the box.
Is it like this computer was running fine, and then a liquid got on it, and then it short circuited, and then the weave just broke?
I just really think you guys should touch the box.
You know what?
Dude.
I don't.
Hey, Jebraska, why don't you touch the box?
I don't think I should.
Why?
There's a court order. Says he can't.
The box got a restraining order on him.
You're on a break. I got into a fight, and the box won't
okay.
talk to him anymore.
Jebraska, what incentive do you have for lying to us right now? What incentive do you have for being cagey? Because all you're doing is making us not trust you more.
I just don't understand why you guys don't trust what I'm saying. I just think you should touch the box.
Many reasons.
David, please. Is this Jebraska being shady, or is this you having created this weird kind of non sequitur story for the reason that this NPC is stuck in this cave?
What do you guys think? Do you guys think a human being could do this and not be shady? Look at all his end loops and how he never directly answers your questions.
Okay. Fair enough.
So he is.
David's just shady.
I think David's just shady.
Can I do one more? Or can I do an insight check now that we've heard him say a lot of shit? He's just like totally bullshitting us right now. I feel like we have a lot more info than when we started.
Yeah, you have a lot of info, but sure, you can make an insight.
Okay.
He got a 12.
What did I get?
A 12.
Oh, what did Artuk get?
He's using the bathroom, so let me pull up. I can roll for him. I just gotta pull up a sheet because we all very nicely have access to each other's sheets.
Get
What
your
an
sheet
exorcism.
together.
He
Wow.
also rolled a 12.
Twins.
You guys don't need to roll high to see this man just keeps talking around everything and is just kind of going down a non sequitur every time you address something.
I would like to make maybe like a history check or something and see if this is if this is because I don't particularly remember, but if this is new to his personality from yesterday, if this seems like significantly different from how he was acting when we first met him.
You don't need to roll. Yeah.
I'm gonna step aside with Zeka, or maybe Ode actually. I think.
Hey, what's up, best friend? Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay. No, I'll just stand over here.
Well, you can come over here too.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm just gonna actually walk over and say, Zeka and Ode, can I speak with you in the other room by the box?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
I'm gonna go to the box. I'm gonna say, I think something shady's up with Jebraska.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
I mean, there's a few things that have just led me to believe that something might not be on the up and up.
No,
But
I mean,
This conversation.
I was kind of thinking that this morning, so it's good to see that other people are kind of. I don't know exactly what it is. It's just like that he can't answer our questions in a consistent way, you know.
But this seems different, very different from how he was yesterday.
I agree, like very much
there's
so.
Something, and I can't. I don't know. I have a hard time believing that this is completely unrelated to our arrival. I mean, he's had 30 years down here, and I can't imagine over last night he just happened to go insane.
Well, we know that these things can impact people's minds, and then didn't Miss Dora yesterday, Zeka, say something specifically when you asked her about like mind control?
Oh, you did say that. Or sorry. Miss Sarah did say that.
Are you Mastara?
Are you my
I
god
was-
now? Oh, congrats, you moved up in the cult.
You know what? I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna detect magic on Mr. Jebraska.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, in the sense of its psionics, but yes, immediately.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
is that impacted by the fact that his whole head is like crystal?
Oh, you would almost call it an accelerant.
Oh shit. Oh, yo, like he's being mind controlled right now.
What? No, I'm not. That
kidding
doesn't
me?
seem in character.
I cast dispel
Wait,
magic.
wait. What? Get the fucking brain staple.
The what?
The
What?
the malachite brain staple. Remember? There was a
What does
whole
that
thing.
do?
Doesn't it interrupt magic? Perhaps it would.
Oh.
Byron will grab him as he's trying to run away.
Alright, make a strength check.
Can Ode help? Is she supposed to?
Ode doesn't need to roll for it.
Byron has a 12 strength.
Ode is
Just-
a monk.
As he's running away, I cast dispel magic on him.
What level?
Wow.
I guess, or I have dispel magic, right? I'm not just making that up.
You should.
I don't know your spells.
I'm pretty sure I have it I think it's a third level
You
spell.
definitely don't have her prepared.
Yeah, I see it on his spell list.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I didn't prepare that for him.
Oh,
Oh, okay, I cast dispel magic. God damn it! I think it has like a range, so it should be. But if it's I'm guessing it's a higher level spell than whatever.
As you cast Dispel Magic, what does this look like as it targets Jebraska?
I throw a piece of bread at his head. A stale piece of bread.
As it catches on one of the crystals that have been populating his head.
Oh no.
You see it just You guys know have you guys ever seen the effect of glass when it's being shattered, slowed down to like a 10,000th of a second? So it's still just so instant, but you can just see the lattice form before it just explodes.
That happened to bread?
No, that happens to the crystal that impacts in Jebraska's head.
That's not nearly as cool.
Oh my god. But you see just that crystal just shatter and shoot shards outward, and him just kind of stumble forward and just begin to vomit. And then a second one of the crystals this one just like shoot out and just impale itself into the wall and explode. And from these kind of like openings created in his like head and skull from where these crystals were, you see this kind of like brinous purple fluid just begin to flow out. Not quite blood, but not something good and not something you want flowing out of you.
Oh god.
Ugh. Oh my.
Run away.
Oh,
Run away.
fuck.
Run away.
I'm just
Get away. Get
gonna
away from him.
grab Zeka and like pull him slightly with my small stature.
Get away. Get away. Run
I'm
away.
just going to make a few rolls here real quick.
I'm backing the fuck up.
Should we heal him? Should we? What should we do? Should I heal him?
Hey, David.
Yeah.
When you're done rolling, before you say anything, I want to ask you a few things.
Go ahead.
Basically, one, I don't think this is how it happened, but Morak was wearing the helmet when he interacted with the computer. Then he said he came to. Was that just when he was like connected to the computer, or can he see now while wearing the helmet?
You can see while wearing the helmet. I'm gonna be honest, man. I forgot you were wearing the helmet. That is why this didn't come up sooner.
Okay. Well, so I was going to try to do a detect psionics on him, and you said I could use. You said I could like use the helmet and a side point to do that.
Yep. Yeah, you can see that. You can see that right now.
All over Jebraska.
All over Jebraska, centered in his head and now leaking onto the floor right now.
Okay. Yeah, Morak's gonna pull out the shield and be like, "Everyone, stand back."
Yep.
As you guys see this, you see Jebraska just begin to vomit this brackish fluid for just a moment before... Where is that particular thing? You see just all of the muscles in his body tense and just like begin to like warp as there's just kind of like this almost static energy that begins to kind of envelop around him. And just his the kind of stone and crystals that make up his body kind of just begin to harden and turn to this slate as just all of his muscle mass begins to grow. And let me just...
I've got a bad feeling, guys.
Oh fuck!
You see this monster just begin to kind of wrench itself up and look towards all of you and look towards the box with lust.
No, I'm next to the box.
Draw my bow.
What do you guys do immediately?
Okay, can we get a second? Is everyone in the current spots that they are?
I imagine you guys
move
should have been
around?
shifted a little bit.
I mean, I
feel
moved
like-
Byron to be behind Morak because he said to get behind him.
Yeah, and Zeka just threw a piece of bread at this guy.
I'm right next to Zeka.
And also, we were all talking next to the box, so I don't know how he got in this hallway.
He started
Oh, he was
slinking
walking
away.
away.
I put that on the map and then Byron
Okay.
acknowledged it.
Okay, well, I will say Morag did look at him and cast Detect Psionic, so I guess he would be, like, in the hallway with him, with his shield drawn. So, technically, the monster would see his own reflection.
It crumples to dust.
Why did we never think of this before?
Is this how all monsters work?
We just never tried it. Oh my gosh, it's funny.
Well, I never tried it because it was never sunny out.
Sunny's right here. What are you talking about?
He's not out yet. He's still prank closeted.
What do you guys do? You see Jebraska just kind of transform himself and retch his body into this monstrous form.
I think. Hey, Jebraska, you still there? Or should we kill you?
Sunny's gonna step forward.
Zeka,
Oh.
you need to get the fuck out of here.
I will
I'm
challenge
still. I'm like.
accidentally casting. Let's see, what's the spell called? The mean words do damage spell. Vicious
Vicious
Mockery. And go,
Mockery.
oh fuck, you're disgusting.
Oh, right, and
Okay,
that was
right,
the
automatically
Yeah.
down,
kickoff.
Oh, you're waiting for someone to attack.
Pretty much.
Oh fuck, you're disgusting.
What if we had just all stood there and none of us triggered the boss scene?
Nobody move. If you take one step forward, we'll enter the cutscene. But as long as we don't, we can continue to explore.
If you guys could roll initiative for yourselves real quick. Byron, that's 3
Could someone roll it
damage.
for me?
Yeah, I got you.
I just got
Oh.
home, but I still needed.
Oh well, god damn it! I'm in front of the thing.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
I got it too, but I didn't have my guy selected. So I think now I'm in.
Hey, you want to switch my 2 for your 2?
No, because my 2 was better than your 2.
Damn it!
Hey,
Wait, what's your dex?
Ken's doing good.
My dex is 10.
I have a 1. I'm before you.
No! You can't do this to me!
So David did my accidental cast. Casting of a spell.
All right, the artist formerly known as Jebraska is going to make
Fuck
a
that box
spit
again.
attack against Sunny.
What did I do?
Be a good tactical choice. What
Damn it.
is Sunny's AC?
Sunny's armor class is 18.
Damn it. As you see, he just retches out just this ascetic spit and it just goes right past you.
Yeah, Sunny just steps to the side slightly.
And in lieu of that, it is going to rush forward and it's going to try to claw. Yeah, it's going to try to claw Zeka. It remembers your
But I was
comments.
backing up so much.
What is Zeka's AC?
I think it's 18 or something.
Let me pull it up. It is 18.
All right, that is a 19 to hit. So it is going to deal. Oh wait, that was the wrong die. There we go. It is going to deal 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need Zeka to make a strength save.
Ow! Can someone do that for me?
Yep, I got you, buddy. Strength save, you said?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a -1. Uh-oh. That's a 9.
Zeka is knocked prone as this thing just lunges into you and basically just claws you straight into the ground. But that is the end of its turn. Kezia.
Great. With Zeka knocked prone, I can shoot over him without any issues.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that.
All right, you certainly have sneak attack.
Pardon?
Yeah, you have sneak attack. Morak and
Yeah,
Zeka
no.
are
I thought you
adjacent.
said you still don't have sneak attack. And I was
Oh
like,
my god, that'd be fucking funny.
What? Okay, so it's just a normal quick attack of just like, oh shit. Where's my thing?
Did someone roll initiative for me, by the way?
Already did. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
This might be a short sword. I can't read very well.
That's
a
short
short
bow.
Okay,
That
good.
11 ain't gonna do it
Hey,
though.
not reading well
That's
is my
fine.
bit.
It auto does damage too.
Does it?
That's why it popped up immediately. It was really cool.
Oh, I
didn't
thought you.
expect that.
I thought you were saying your weapon did. I was like, wait, what?
Oh no, no.
Yeah, it's
no.
it's the crossbow of magic missile.
Oh my god! Actually, hold on. I'm gonna write that down.
Hold on.
Wait, that
And
actually
then
is pretty
I
dope.
am just gonna politely
Excuse yourself.
I'm just gonna like I guess I will just stay right there. There's really not very many better places I can get. Oh no, you know what? I will go over here. I will just go 1, 5, 10, 15, 20.
You wait. Can you
25,
move through
30.
him?
I am small. I can move through other people.
Gonna make the opportunity attack against
And I
you.
am disengaging.
All right.
I just haven't had a chance to. I just didn't say it yet because I was trying to count to make sure how far I could get.
All right.
I think I could get like there, and that's it. I'm just gonna like be like shoot and just run straight by him.
Just sliding underneath his legs. Byron,
Yeah.
Just
you
see-
are up.
you just as you
Ah.
do that, you see Morak look at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And I think
I need
you
to
see
spread out.
this monster's like terrible toad dong that he definitely did use to fuck the box.
Well, yeah, it was Jebraska. This is a new dong.
No, actually, Jebraska had this dong all along.
Oh my god, he just
We
grew
just
into
should
it.
have asked him to drop his pants.
No, I gotta get my
It was the
arrow
long.
back,
It was the
guys.
long dong. Like long.
Byron,
dong,
you are
long
up.
dong. Okay.
More like Donkey
He'll
Kong.
go. Oh shit. Okay, let's really testify still got magic, and he'll jam his fingers into space time, focus onto Jebraska, and try to turn it back on him, casting slow.
What is that?
That is a
Wiz save.
what is
Let's
the
see.
save for that? Wisdom saving throw.
So that's
And
a
as he
natural.
casts it, he shall. Nope. Go ahead.
That is a natural 1, so a 0. He is very slow.
Then, as a bonus action, he will look at Morak and go, "Wait, please welcome up," and give you a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
I'll try as soon as the universe lets me.
Sonny, you are up.
So my first initiative roll was a 2. I don't know if you can change that. I just didn't have my token selected. So the new roll
Oh,
put
you
me
are
at
up.
11. So I, unlike Kezia, cannot move into another creature's space. So I can.
If it's an
I kind
ally,
of
I think you can.
only go here, right?
You can move through allies, just not enemies.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna take out my not my spear. What is it? You know,
Your extendo staff.
my
Grassy ass
baton,
thing.
my extendable thing.
Your
And
wand?
I'm gonna hit him.
It's not a staff. It's an extendable wand.
I'm assuming a 13 doesn't hit.
Well, he has a
actually,
-2 to AC.
Still does not hit.
Oh. 17.
That'll do.
All right.
Okay.
Ode's like kind of trying to maneuver around the fact that like Zeka's prone next to her and Sunny's right behind her, just kind of like take it and hit him with like the blunt end of the long baton, just like right in the gut for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty,
pretty good.
yeah, 10 bludgeoning damage, just done real well against him.
And then she's going to right where she bruised him in the gut, like extend her tabaxi claws for an unarmed strike. With a
Yeah,
24.
that'll hit.
And 12 more slashing damage.
Okay, yeah, that looks real fucking good. But I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Would evasion help me with this?
Actually,
Here, I will put it in the chat
Yes.
while I make a dexterity saving throw.
Always.
It doesn't improve your dex save. It just
Always.
gives your dex save better.
Natural.
It don't matter.
Well, it's if I'm subject to an effect that would allow me to only take half damage, I instead take no damage.
well,
Yeah.
okay, you take. Yeah, so I'll just
No damage.
say this. It is if you pass, you fully succeed. If you fail, you take the damage. It's not you take damage anyway, but you succeed with your natural 20 and evasion.
Yeah.
As you just see, as your claws just kind of drag across it, you feel like a burning sensation at your like fingertips for just a moment, and this smattering of blood just kind of connect against the wall and begin to dissolve. This thing has acid blood, or at least acid something.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
I think Ode like rips her hand back very suddenly and is like, "It's got acid blood, everyone! Look out!"
Just like in that one scroll, Alien.
I think you mean play.
It's
No.
based on a scroll.
Yeah. I like the scroll better, okay?
Zeka, you are up.
You're prone.
Yes. I will get up from prone, which takes half my movement, I believe.
Oh, sorry,
Mhm.
David. Would it be possible for me to use a natural 20 on my dex save? No, this is never mind. Ignore me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Please continue, Will.
Oh, to get me up? That would be sick. So I use half my movement. I get up and I will bonus action. He's right up on me, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Gonna prepare that.
Okay. And I'll
You
try
have
and hit him with
silence and walk on water.
and try and hit him with the spiritual weapon. If someone could roll that for me,
Sure.
unless
Spiritual
well,
weapon. Boom. That's a 26 to hit.
Yo.
Meets it.
Did you cast it at 2nd level?
Yeah, just the standard.
Okay. 12 damage.
Sick. Then I'm gonna action try and hit him with shocking grasp.
Go ahead.
Carson.
Shocking grasp. That's a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Fuck.
It would have done 9 damage though.
That's just taunting.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll stay right there.
Wait a second. Let me reread slow.
They don't
Can
have
he make a
reactions.
opportunity? Yeah, he doesn't have a reaction, my guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's slowed.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah.
Damn it. It's too late then. I would have used my action to dash in that case, but it's okay. I'll move 15 feet away from him. Wherever makes the most sense to you, Carson. Actually,
Towards
no.
the box.
Next to
Whatever
that
makes the most
box.
sense to you, Adam. Adam, not Carson. Sorry, Carson. You die a lot.
Hey.
Morak, you are up while they figure that out.
Okay, you see Morak just like in awe of throwing a piece of bread at this guy, and he's like, "This is why I don't eat this stuff." And then his one hand, like,
Also celiac.
you see his one hand do some Shadow Clone Jutsu stuff, and then he will cast Shadow Blade
Ooh.
Ooh.
with his bonus action, and then a blade forms in front of him. He grabs it, and he's going to try to stab the monster with it.
Go right ahead. Natural
that-
one.
Okay, he was trying really hard to summon this weapon. It didn't really work yet.
Wait, but he does have a -2 to AC.
Okay, he's
It's a
going to try
natty one.
again. And a 26 to hit him.
Yes, sir.
And 10 psychic damage.
This thing is already looking rough, by the way.
Yeah. Just a note to people that we got this whole place to explore.
Yeah, burn all your spells right now.
You got it. I will burn all of them.
But Morak,
damn it.
as you slash,
I'm an
as
idiot.
you slash out with your psychic blade, it just tears right across the thing, and you see its like head recoils. As you notice that seemed to do better than you even expected,
Ooh.
Oh.
as it just
susceptible
recoils
to
down
psychic.
even while slowed. Is there anything else you want to do?
I need to keep.
No, that's all I can do.
Okay,
How the fuck do I have -51 3rd level spell slots?
Sunny.
Okay, if I move here and cast Eldritch Blast, am I able to get a shot on it? I do have the targeting.
You got a clean shot, yeah.
Then I will do thusly. Eldritch Blast.
Ouch.
And I get 2 of them.
Youch.
Pew, pew.
Nice.
Both connect.
Pew pew.
All right, so it's gonna be
Damn.
13 and 8.
Yeah, barely hits on the first one, but the second one is clean shot. And with that, do you have repelling blast or
I
anything?
do. I was about to say, if I hit him with repelling blast, will I like slam him into the wall or
I mean, how much is it pushing back?
10 feet on 2 blasts?
You would direct them directly into Kezia.
Well, Kezia is more than 10 feet away.
I
10?
yeah.
No, but it was 2 blasts.
I
Also, wouldn't it go in?
I can
this
uncanny
Oh
dodge
wait,
direction?
no,
that.
you make a compelling argument. It would just blast into the wall. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it make a strength save. I'm gonna say disadvantage or dex save. Just
There we go.
for this, because it'll be slowed, and let's see how it does.
You also takes a -2 to dex saves.
So 11. I'll say that's an extra D8 of damage as it just collides into the
Hell yeah.
wall.
Nice.
Yeah. D8, 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
So you see Sunny, like this, he kind of like runs over, skirts to the side, and then does kind of like a Hadouken kind of, 2, double shot with kind of his hands together, and just blasts him, knocks this thing, smashes him into the wall.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to do?
I will move over one spot, and well, actually, I'll move down here so Zeka has a clear shot.
Is Artuk doing like a pacifist run?
I
for
want
this
to.
combat.
Where
By
is
the way.
Artuk actually?
I think.
So, I'm still in the restroom, but if you look at the chat, I'll tell you what I'm doing. Sorry.
That's
Oh my god.
so fucking funny.
Wait, I want to check. I want to look at the box before my turn ends. I want to look at the box and see if anything is happening with the box or the brain, or just like can I see anything in the area that's
The
changed?
brain is immediately like pulsating and looks active. The box has like a faint like purple glow to it, but other than that, like
And this is a computer terminal right in front of me, right?
Directly in front of you. Yep, it is basically the computer is plugged into the brain, and the brain, this weird thing in front of you anyway, and the box is plugged into the computer.
Interesting. I will not fuck with it for now.
And not any of these ones, Mary. No, this one looks different. Make a medicine check. Actually, no, that one's too much of a stretch. Artuk, because we missed your turn initiative, I'll just put it here because it's at the very. Before my turn, Artuk seeks cover and tries best to cast Chill Touch. I'll just roll to see. That's a 26 for Artuk and 2d8 damage. Easy.
Does Chill Touch? Hang on.
So I just rolled. He hit with an 8 or with a 26, and then rolled 14 for the damage on this. This thing is nigh dead, by the way. I'm going to just fast track it over. It is still alive. It is going to just kind of look around for a second. It is still slowed, so no, won't do that.
Yes.
Mark, do you have the helmet on? Make an intelligence check. I'm going to have this thing make an intelligence check, and it ain't good at that.
Oh, come on. Jebraska was a technician.
Don't forget, you do have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Which is a D8.
Well.
You see this thing just, it looks forward, and it looks around for a second, and it just kind of looks in the general direction of the brain, and it is just releasing this visceral scream towards it, and it doesn't even look like it's acknowledging you guys, just this pain scream, like almost like a call for help. Morak, you sense something psionic ongoing with this effect, but it's... Oh wait, you got a... I don't know, it's a 12. You can't parse exactly what it is, but you're able to parse that from your detect psionics earlier and the ongoing situation. There is something.
Wait, with the
psionic in
screen,
nature
with
this.
the transformation, or with the brain? I know the brain's psionic. Okay,
All
so
of the
there's some weird
above,
psionic
frankly.
stuff going on, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Specifically with the scream, it is doing something new, and it seems to just be ignoring you guys for just a moment, as it's just releasing this blood-curdling cry for help towards the brain. Kezia.
Morak will shout this towards the party of what he's gaining from this scream.
I think you're going to have to say exactly what Morak says, because I was not able to follow what David was saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
Morak's gonna shout like, he's trying to communicate with the brain!
Okay.
I'm gonna say that sounds distinctly bad as I loose another arrow.
Roll damage. Or roll to hit, I suppose.
I was about to say,
Yeah, she's got the
does that one hit?
That one hits.
magic missile crossbow.
21.
Nice. Oh my god, you just
So, God damn you, Brenna.
So what you're saying is, he screams, and we're like, he's talking to the brain, and then it's just, and then he just falls over, and he's done.
Yeah, and then an arrow rips through the front.
With the saying of that doesn't sound very good, and I picture it's just kind of sticking somewhat out through like right underneath his little horn there, kind of like a second horn.
Oh my god. Embarrassing performance by Jebraska. As he fucking falls flat dead. Embarrassing performance. Could have done. And bring your A game next time, my guy. Come on.
Next time.
Ooh.
Jebraska,
back,
more
yo.
like.
Loser.
I was trying to think of a state that was like less exciting than
Ohio.
Nebraska.
Ohio.
Jiowa.
Iowa,
Iowa, Iowa,
Montana.
New Mexico.
Jew.
What? While we have the spiritual weapon, should we try and kill the muscle thing?
I don't know.
Fuck it, I'm doing
What?
it.
No,
I'm gonna
what?
attack the muscle
What
thing
the
at the
fuck are
tank.
you doing?
Auto attack real quick.
I try to grab the spiritual weapon. Does
attack.
that work?
Nope.
No.
I just feel like we need to efficiently use our spells.
Well, you rolled a 10.
You slash against the glass, missing entirely.
After 6 seconds
Or
pass, I
just
do
run
it again.
over and
Go
try to
ahead.
get this. Like, tell the second to stop. Oh my gosh.
That's a
Oh
20.
my god, you fucking idiot.
Roll damage.
Oh yeah, that's gonna kill it.
9.
Die! Die!
Do you just keep stabbing it? Like, it's floating in the tank and you're attacking it with a non-physical thing. Like, you see, like, burns begin to appear from your radiant magic, but, like, it's still non-responsive.
I keep attacking.
I'm not gonna have you roll for this anymore.
You got a 16.
I'm just like I have my saw blade, whatever spiritual weapon, and instead of just like individual attacks, I'm just driving it into the tank, and I'm just like forcing it down, and I'm just like die.
Hey Zeka?
What?
Zeka, I think it's done. I think you got it, bud.
Oh really?
Good job.
I think at this point the spiritual weapon just dissipates from the natural duration of the spell. He's like, oh well, problem solved. That one won't be killing us later.
Good work.
Thanks.
Very good work, Zeka.
All right, are we going into the shithole
Wait, wait,
now
wait.
that we killed Jebraska?
Didn't Morak say at the end that? Sorry, I just came back from the restroom, so I don't know what you talked about. But didn't Morak say at the end that it was trying to communicate with the brain? Did you guys remember when we had to like literally fight the brain underneath the Can that thing hurt us?
Oh yeah.
No.
Should we stab the brain?
Why not?
Well, I don't know. The last time we killed the brain, it destroyed the whole facility.
Oh,
I think Morak makes a good
Yeah.
point.
Should we wait until later? Or well, what if like this is the thing controlling all the monsters we're about to go and fight? And if we could just kill it now.
Yeah.
How do you
Then,
know
like,
there's monsters ahead?
Yeah.
We can
Oh,
scout
come on.
out.
They're monsters.
Zek and I could go scout out to
Okay,
teach him
well,
something
Okay.
new about sneaking.
Well, no, let's use your guys' familiars first.
Actually, I agree with that. And also, Kezia, I love you very much. And I am happy that you are teaching me how to sneak, but in an actual ass dungeon, I am not ready to sneak yet.
Okay, you're doing so well though, Zeka. You're doing
Thank
so
you.
well.
And my moss got disintegrated, so like I feel like it's really hard. I'm just clopping everywhere.
Hey, Mary, I don't know if you're like not next to your mic or something. We can barely hear you.
Here, does that bother?
Yeah, you're very quiet, Mary.
She's in the other room.
Okay. Well,
that's better.
It's
what was I gonna
better,
say?
yes.
I can fix that when we're not actively in a dungeon.
Great.
Anyway, I also wanted to kill the brain so all your fancy spells wouldn't go to waste.
I mean, well, my
huh?
spiritual
There you
weapon's
go.
already gone, but that was really the only thing I wasted. I also used Zone of Truth and
This checks
the
out
other
for
one,
Zeka.
Dispel Magic. So I should probably take it. I'll
So-
take it easy for a bit.
I want to go up to the box again.
As you do, there's a faint. As you approach it, there is a kind of faint, kind of lavender glow to it.
Okay, I want to slowly walk away from the box a little bit.
Dims.
Interesting indeed. So,
Yes.
Morak, walk up next to this box for me. Is the glow there still? Does the glow come?
As soon as Morak comes back, once again, there is that kind of faint lavender glow that kind of grows.
Wait, what if it reacts to everybody? I'm going to walk up to it.
Is Morak still there? As Kezia walks up, no glow.
Ah, okay, so it's just your weird spooky thing.
I want to get Jebraska's corpse and drag it over there next to the box.
It is currently dissolving.
Wait.
Can
Wait.
we pick up the box?
Weren't there shards
kind of
of head
riveted
spike,
into the
like head
console we could
crystals
try.
around the ground now? Kezia,
Yes,
well,
there are.
I would like to see if the head spike. I'm gonna take out my sword and I'm gonna like move a head like slap a head spike over near the box and see if it glows because I'm gonna make it glow so I can't pick it up and bring it there.
As you kind of kick it over, no, I don't think it would be enough.
Hey guys, I don't
No,
think
it
it's
does
enough.
not.
Get more head spikes.
Okay, I'll go down and I'll collect all of the
Wait,
bloody head
what are you
spikes.
referring to when you say head
Well,
spike?
I
The
think
head
this is
crystals.
enough to prove our point.
Oh.
The spiky head crystals. I forget the last word of it.
Hey, do you
I
think we
don't
could use
think
this
you
to
should. Are you
stab
holding
someone?
them with your
Because I
hands?
feel like I could totally use this to stab.
They burn so good.
If it hurts, pick it up.
Byron?
Oh,
Then,
yeah,
Byron?
pick it up with my
Byron?
mage hand.
Honey?
Mage hand.
Yes.
What you doing just rubbing around that box?
I'm trying to see if it lights up and reacts.
Oh, Byron? Nope.
Does it get angry at me because I have the touch of the enemy?
Nope.
I'll try
Ooh,
whipping out your
y'all.
cock.
That was
Is that
wild, huh?
It does.
Artuk! No,
Alright.
we see Artuk walk back from the hole that Jebraska designated as the poop hole.
That was it's an efficient hole for gastrointestinal distress, especially when it's unexpected.
How did you know that word, Artuk?
I
I
mean,
taught him a lot of words.
I feel like gastrointestinal is a word that comes up a lot.
No,
Maybe I just have
we
stomach
definitely went
problems.
over
I
that
should
word
see a
when I
doctor.
was violently ill from that genie potion.
Well, that's true. The gastrointestinal distress.
It actually is a cognate. It's the same in giant as it is in common. It's really random.
It's like the same.
Gastrointestinal?
Yeah, gastrointestinal. It's just a coincidence. None of the root words are the same or anything like that. It just happens to be the same.
Gastrointestinal is a great name for a giant.
True.
So good.
So, where do we go from here? I think we need to investigate the box.
Yes.
Well, wait, isn't investigating the box what Jebraska wanted us to do, and then he turned out to be super nasty?
Yeah.
Yes. But I feel like we need to know why he wanted us to investigate the box.
Sure, but I want everyone to know that I'm fully prepared to attack the brain if it starts attacking us.
That sounds like a good idea.
I kind of want to touch it. I wonder what happens if you touch it. I'm gonna touch it.
Because yeah, I think Sunny interacting with the box is kind of like the first step in terms of touching it.
Oh, okay, cool. I still want to touch it with my hand, my mage hand, but it's invisible. So.
Yeah, it's an invisible mage hand.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were announcing that to the group, not to David. My bad.
In general, it was like I kind of want to touch it, and then like she like lifts her hand, and like a little invisible mage hand goes and touches the head.
Kezia, are you going to touch it, or are you just going to stand 5 feet away from it?
Nothing happens, right?
Nothing happens.
We're good.
Did you touch it?
Yeah.
I like how Carson literally moved Byron over to the shithole.
That's much better. Hey, you know what I was thinking about whenever I was over there? You know how like Jebraska was like refusing to say whether or not he fucked the box? Do you think the brain was in control and therefore it fucked the box?
Oh, maybe the brain couldn't fathom the concept of fucking the box because the box is part of it. So it just like didn't understand the language we were using.
Wouldn't a box imply that there's something inside of it? I feel like we should open it.
I've been imagining it like a control panel.
Yeah, I
Personally.
think it's more of a
Yeah,
device that's
that's
just
more
box
correct.
shaped.
I think Morak should hook into this computer and see if we can access the box. Wait, are there any wires on the box, like leading to things?
Yep. Into the computer and into the water brain, there's kind of like this brass, like mix of copper wires with kind of like not quite PVC, but kind of looking like PVC tubing esque stuff leading into it.
BBC.
No, what is it called? It's the word doesn't matter. Anyway, there's like collected tubing going into this stuff that is clearly like
Conduit?
non-native.
Is that the word?
Thank you, God.
You're
No.
welcome, David.
Thank you, Tiny Penis Ghost.
I'll be here.
In terms of Morak plugging into the computer, it made sense earlier because he had a specific goal of figuring out what was going on here. So Morak, did you accomplish that goal in like learning as much about this place before we head down as possible?
No, the last two computers were just life support systems. If we want me to interact with this one, I can. And also, Ode, I just this little thing. Please call it interfacing with the computer. Saying plugging in after we know what Jebraska did, it's just feels weird.
Okay.
After Jebraska interfaced with the box.
Oh God. Okay, I'm just gonna touch the tentacle. I don't. Okay, I'll touch it.
Do you touch the box or do you touch the tentacle?
I wanted to, before he does that real quick, I want to see, does it look like the box has any kind of controls of its own?
None
Like you would
on an immediate, like you see the best way to describe it would be kind of like the power box in like the basement of a house where it's like there's a whole bunch of switches and like there's a door like on one side of it. But like
Okay.
it's other than those, it's not a whole lot to go there. It's not like a keyboard or anything.
It's like a fuse box,
Yes, thank you.
breaker box. Okay.
Are there any in the breaker box? Typically, breaker boxes tell you what the spirits do. Does this one do that?
It says VI support, and what's the last word I'm looking for? Outbound comm.
Oh. I want to do a history check to see if this is like anything I would have seen
Go ahead.
or used in the military. Let's go.
Yes, sir,
Natural
indeed.
20.
So outbound comm is
I know this.
probably-
It's a Unix system.
So outbound comm is very likely just like a form of straight up like communications. Outbound, like what's the word I'm looking for? The sending spell or things analogous to it to kind of get reports back to Imperial Command and things like that. This box in general, they're created for different purposes, but it's essentially a logistics box that are kind of designed to act as an all-in-one for a specific task. So for going into ruins where they are kind of trying to understand the language, it's basically a box preloaded with spells and such that would be relevant to this. You also know that for VI stuff, it is for virtual intelligence, which is close, semi-related to you, which is kind of like artificial helpers in non-combat roles that the Empire used sometimes to kind of delegate. They did not use them a lot because they were hard to make, but they were enough that you would know with a natural 20 at least.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I worked with one at some point previously. I relay this information to everyone else.
Oh, that kind of makes sense because we've determined that this mind flayer stuff is connected to Imperial technology, but like that the Imperials almost maybe like found it and used it, or like this, and then she gestures to the brain, is not Imperial, but this, she gestures to the box, is maybe something that the Imperials installed to like better interact with the brain stuff.
Yes. Are any of these switches like turned on?
You see VI support is turned off. The VI one is turned on, and the one for you notice actually the one that says I can't remember how I phrased it, but long distance comms. It looks worn down as if someone was frantically trying to turn it on and off.
Okay. I think we can assume that he wasn't able to get in contact with anyone. Otherwise,
I know this box is turning someone on and off.
I think I am suspicious that this might be able to help us, despite its sullied use. I am suspicious that this might be able to support whoever logs into this device. And he gestures to the monitor and stuff. I'm going out on a limb here, but I expect that the Empire brought this in to allow them to connect to this. And well, I suppose it didn't entirely work, perhaps how they intended, but that may or may not have been their own fault. So Morek, if you want to try to connect to this one, we could try turning on the VI support, and it might help.
I mean, sure. This might be the one piece of gnomish technology I might appreciate. So,
All right.
you're eating right now?
At a time like this?
After all
Right
this,
after the poop?
Sometimes acid blood makes you hungry, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
you just took a massive dump in the dump hole.
So we made room.
Okay, I flip on the VI support.
Yeah, I go touch a tentacle.
Okay. As you flip on the VI support, Eric, that is important. God, of all the fucking combos, of all the fucking combinations, it had to be you two. Anyway,
Thank God we're having two fake names right now.
fuck off. Anyway, Eric, you see the box kind of light up, and that kind of lavender light that was emanating from it kind of shrinks down for a minute and transforms into kind of a pale gold. And the kind of center, there's this central like circular dais that kind of recesses back into the box, and you see kind of an outring of like almost LED lights turn on. Morak, are you touching the tentacle?
Yes, with helmet on.
With helmet on? Okay. As you do so, the screen immediately opens up. This time you don't feel that same kind of static running before you. You just see this text like spiral and then transform into Orcish in front of you. And Sonny, you see a figure appear beside you. So the scale isn't perfectly right, but they are maybe like a 1 foot tall and clearly like this almost kind of digital. Think like Cortana from Halo of just figure just floating on the box. Good evening. Designation H3LPR, virtual intelligence construct of the Empire of Sylvanas, ready to assist as needed.
Now we're cooking with gas. Series 0, number 1. Pleasure to meet you, helper.
The kind of construct regards you for just a moment. Then kind of turns and assesses everyone and sees Morak. Designation Series 0, number 1. Is the site a secure site? Please confirm. You see a push notification appear in front of you that only you can see.
Confirm. He's working in a contractor capacity.
Is that for Sonny or Morak?
It actually appears in front of both of you.
Working in a contractor capacity for our current mission.
Like that Sonny was just to be like, oh yeah, push notification. Morak's like, what the fuck's going
on? But you see this figure. Very well. Excellent. How may I be of assistance?
Yes, we're attempting to access this. And he gestures towards the. It's not an actual brain, right? It's like just a.
It's kind of a
Big-
semi-organic. It's kind of organic, but yeah, no, it looks like a brain, to be honest. Like a brain mixed with coral and fungus.
We're trying to access this
Nasty green.
device, and well, the team that was currently that was initially sent to execute this mission has failed, and he kind of like looks over his shoulder to the puddle of acid that was Jebraska.
Acknowledged. There was a significant upheaval approximately 30 years ago, 6 months and 2 days prior, which led to a full system shutdown for a time. As you are the first arrival here, that has clearance. You sense a bit of pause in the VI's voice.
Oh no!
I am obligated to assist in any way that I can. I may provide information as to this site's access. However, further information will require secondary authentication.
Yes. Can you tell me what the initial mission parameters were for the initial group that was sent here? What was their objective?
Further investigation of precursor site with regards to understanding technology which enabled these ruins to function as they did, specifically in regards to its motion and the energy capacity.
I see. Can everybody like?
Everyone can hear this. Literally everyone in the party can. Morak, you're literally seeing all this appear as text directly in front of you as well, like just going with like kind of like quick pictures of like different ruins and different parts, like the brain, these kind of weird little reactor looking things, and just like as references.
Okay.
It's ADA live captioning for you.
You see a second smaller version of Helper appear in the bottom doing sign language.
And tell me, is there any threat to accessing this structure?
Ongoing, potentially ongoing. With regards to these ruins, they were never fully secured due to the time in which systems below entered into a lockdown at some point in the deep past, and I was entered to help unlock that lockdown. However, during my absence, I have been unable to facilitate that in any meaningful capacity, though there were certain disruptions which caused my shutdown for some time.
I see. Same. Anyway, how
Do any of the rest of you have questions?
Morak immediately goes into his bag of holding and pulls out his book and he starts flipping. He's like, "Give me a minute."
Very well.
Anybody else? I need to find which ones I want first.
Art has no fucking clue what's happening right now.
Fantastic.
Albert.
What are your confines of knowledge? Like what do you not? What? There's
What
so
do
many
you not
questions.
know?
What's the purpose of this facility?
Are you inquiring as to the purpose of our research here, or as to these ruins themselves?
Oh God, I broke her.
No,
I mean, it'd be good to
did
know
you
what
not
the-
hear me? Did you not hear what I said, Eric?
What?
Oh,
I think you cut out there for a second. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What I said was, were you inquiring as to the ruins themselves or the nature of the research here?
I said both.
Oh, okay, I did not hear you there.
Oh.
Well, the nature of our research here, as I stated, was a further exploration of precursor artifacts, with a particular interest in understanding their capacity for energy production, as well as the nature of the ruins' ability to move. To the best of our abilities, this ruin appeared here many millennia prior to our discovery of it, and was once a transport of some kind. Further research is being conducted with interest into the life-sustaining abilities of the pods within the facility, and with regards to countermeasures against precursors should they arrive.
Owen jumps in and she says, "Are you able to do any type of scan that would help? Sorry, that like shows us what else is in the facility now, like underneath the holes, and if there's any other like beings there?"
I can certainly try. If you will give me just one moment, I will perform that scan if you all wish to discuss what further questions you have. Give me just a moment. She kind of just flitters away.
She becomes a literal like progress bar.
Yes, actually, yes.
So this is exciting.
I mean, I don't really know what's happening, but it seems like she knows a lot about what's going on. So, I mean, you could ask her. I mean, I guess we just asked her what's down below us, but like, is there anything alive down there? And is it dangerous? I don't know what we asked this. Like, what does she know? I'm really confused by what she is.
Sonny, have you ever did the Imperials have this sort of device? Have you ever interacted with one of these before? You clearly knew what the machine was, but
You didn't?
no.
I guess David, is it fair to say that I would have interacted with one of these at least, once before?
Yeah, at least once, which is how you knew about it. Like I said, they were not like a warforged where they are on the front, but they are like powerful logistical tools that were used sparingly but efficiently.
Would Morak would have known about these things?
Nope.
Okay.
State secrets.
Yes, I have worked with some of these before. They were not typically used on the front lines due to their sensitive nature, so I can imagine that you would not have encountered any of them.
Interesting. To be fair, the Tuskbanes didn't really go back to. Orcs aren't really known for protecting knowledge, as Ode would be when we're in conflict with people. We kind of just burn it down and leave.
Yeah.
That's
we
actually
know
why
those.
the Shadow Monks are specialized in catharsis, because we have to work out very nuanced agreements in terms of protecting secretive knowledge with the Tuskbanes.
Yeah. It's a fun dynamic. Do you think she would know about Warforge?
Is Helper just listening to this?
Helper has disappeared for the moment and has been replaced with a loading bar.
She obviously will know about Warforged. I mean, she didn't have any comments about me, although I'm not sure what sort of sensing apparatus this thing has.
Yeah, I don't know if all of these are connected, or is it just this one? Like, were these devices connected in some way?
So typically these devices, and David, correct me if I say anything that's wrong, these devices were used for specialized tasks. So I would imagine that this one, Helper, was specially created or redesigned or programmed or created for this specific task, and may or may not have any knowledge ancillary to that, but would likely have any knowledge that we thought would be useful in completing this mission.
Okay, interesting.
Helper reappears in front of you. Pursuant to your previous question, yes, I have detected several life forms below within the restricted section. However, my ability to access them is currently limited unless I am given specific permission to release lockdown.
What would it take to give you that specific permission?
What does lockdown mean, first of all?
Restricted access initiated by the precursors with regards to protecting something within the hold. That information is not currently available to me, as our team, to my knowledge, was never able to access it, or at least I was never given such information should that have occurred. Currently, I am detecting, however, strong psionic fields from within and in the surrounding area. Furthermore, detection of several sustainment pods, as well as as well as high instances of REM sleep and high activation of the hippocampus and thalamus.
Please
Yeah.
elaborate on that last thing. What does that mean?
It would seem, according to my scans, that there are creatures slumbering beneath with a high capacity for mental tasks and are currently conscious or at the very least capable of high level thought.
By high level thought, do you mean on par with humans? Or beyond that?
Certainly on par with. There are also limited signatures which suggest more low level thinking. However, they are difficult to isolate.
Helper, are you able to speak to the beings that are on this floor that are in these chamber pod things? And if they were brought in by the Imperials or by these ancient beings that created these ruins?
According to my databanks, it would seem that the creatures within the pods, as you put them, were brought in by precursors. However, if you'll give me a moment, I may be able to establish a mental connection between them. Give me just one moment. And once again fades to the progress bar.
Ode looks at everyone else and she's like, "Oh, I hope this was okay. I didn't mean to interrupt your line of questioning, Morak and Sunny."
No, you're perfectly fine. Do you think that this helper or whatever? It's always convenient that we meet the ones that the names spell out something kind of. It's quite nice. But do you think that this machine might know about Dr. Calvel's Warforge project?
I'm not sure.
It would be able to gain us a lot of knowledge about you, Sonny, and your creation.
You could
As long
ask
as
him.
we want to know about that.
I feel like we might have more pressing matters, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Well,
Yeah,
actually, it might hurt to ask. David, how secretive was the Warforged project?
Very. Think of it on a level similar to the Manhattan Project.
Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely sure. I would not say I'm an expert with these virtual intelligence units, and if we do go probing into, I want to step away from Helper a little bit. If we do perhaps try to access information that we should not be accessing, that might cause an adverse reaction.
True.
I think our primary goal should be to investigate this site, especially knowing that there are things below us, and seeing what happened to our good friend Jebraska. I think we should probably look into that first.
True. Okay. I don't know how many chances we'll gain to learn more about you, Sonny, so I want to take them I want to use them when we can.
That's true. But we could probably take Helper with us when we leave.
Can we?
I go back to Helper. Helper.
Yeah. Yes.
Are we able to take you with us or move your location?
That would require administrator permission, but yes, theoretically, I am able to be detached, and you guys literally see like a little scan, like a horizontal, like blue line, like go down Sunny. Yes, it would appear that there is a suitable host with which I can occupy.
Great. See, there's no problem at all. Helper.
Yes.
How do we obtain administrator permissions?
That would require access from one of the site administrators. However, give me just one moment. Yes, she literally just back in an instant. Yes, I have found there are currently pursuant to her question, kind of gestures to Ode. I am able to field communications between 4 high-level thinking entities, 2 of which are on this floor with regards to the precursor subjects that you were specifically requesting, as well as 2 below.
And these are the administrators of this site in particular?
One is. The other is unknown to me.
Ah, excellent. Can you
So, David, just to make sure I understand, Helper was saying that she could field communication between these beings in the pods, and that one of them below, from the one below, has administrator privileges?
She could talk to 2 of the things from the pods that are like the green thing or the living things in the pod room that Zeka murdered the fuck out of the big muscly one. And
Oh, I meant where he murdered the big muscly one.
and
You were in the bathroom.
and 2 things below, one is unknown, one is whatever this admin is.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So 4 total.
So
Great.
any of
And,
those have
is there-
administrative controls?
Only one does, but one is below.
And in terms of what Helper said that she was with, like, lockdown, it's basically, can you kind of re-explain that really quick? Sorry.
Sure. Here, I'll run that back. So regarding the communication, she basically said you can talk. Yes, I can open a channel to talk with 2 of the things in that pod room. Specifically, that I'll just say it now. She just tells you it is that weird ant creature and that bald green creature, as well
Okay.
as 2 creatures that are below, which are in that restricted area. One of which she doesn't, or in that locked down area. One she doesn't know. One is that administrator. And that lockdown basically just means she would need to open it. It was set by the precursors to this site.
Okay.
Okay.
But she would be able to get contact with the creatures down below, even under, like, the current lockdown settings?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry,
Oh, no, you're
jump
good.
back to Sunny talking to her.
How may I assist further?
So you just need to ask the administrator that's below if you have permission to leave this area?
Yes.
What is the administrator below?
That would be head researcher Banya Folo. She is currently the most senior researcher still active within this site.
Are they what? Are
Well,
they are they in stasis or are they actively present?
Kind of looks up. Currently suspended in one of the chambers, though according as best I am able to, stable and alive, however not currently conscious. State of rapid eye movement and current activation suggests deep dreaming.
Can you communicate with them?
Of course.
Oh, excellent. Shall we just do that now? And Sunny will kind of look around to the rest of the group.
Well, let's take a minute, Sonny. Does that mean Jebraska mentioned someone jumped down the hole over there 30 years ago? Did they go into? I'm guessing they must have gone into one of the pods.
Or been put there. There are 2 life forms on the lower level.
2 higher intelligence, yes.
Well, and Jebraska was pretty vague about what happened to the whole research team. He said he just blacked out, and also I don't trust anything he said to us at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, can we communicate with the ones in the pods? The Morak, you said you want to talk to the green one, right?
Yes. What? Helper, you said that they're both intelligent, at least to the level of humans.
Yes. It will take
Sure.
some time to create a mental link that would enable understood conversation, but if you give me just a moment. Done. At any time, whenever you are
I
ready.
like this NPC.
This NPC is way better than Jebraska.
Was that the non-approved access user for the last several years?
You're saying it wasn't consensual?
I'm glad we killed Jebraska.
Yes, please. So you have a link to the two life forms on this level?
Of course. Which would you wish to speak with first?
Oh, let's talk to the green one.
Give me just one moment. And a helper kind of dissolves, and in front of all of you, you see the figure kind of just become that of this bald green form with sharp ears, like just the head, and it's like a digital recreation of it. And just kind of eyes closed, just kind of suspended there.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Who are you?
What? Oh, hi. What? My name is Morak Tuskbane. Who are you?
I just kind of focus. Where am I? Who are
You
all
are
of you?
in a pod, in a underground research facility of some kind, in a cave, in a mountain, in old Imperial territory on Akelia, on the planet of Oberian. Is that descriptive enough?
Are they around? Is this area safe?
Fine, they.
The Illithids.
Are you referring to the mind flailers?
Tall purple people with weird tentacles on the mouths.
You see the eyes close. Worthless. Barely. Fucking. Yes.
Well, there were multiple pods of them, and they've all been destroyed. We killed 2 earlier.
Well, but there are beings downstairs that we don't know.
We are unsure of the amount of them still in this facility, but on this floor you are currently safe.
Release me that I may finish my hunt.
What's your hunt?
Illithids. Every last one, until their race is gone and reduced to stardust.
I like this guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging him.
That does seem like it aligns with our goals, but in like a much darker way.
Yeah. What's your name, creature?
They called me Kip.
Well, that's not as cool as I would have thought. It's way less cool. Are you sure you don't want to try again?
It is my name. Call me Kip.
It is a warrior's name.
You're a C.
Both.
Shit. Okay, now this is cooler than I thought.
But not where you'd expect them.
No.
Okay, Kip. Can you tell us why are you here?
I was captured during my hunt.
How long ago was that?
Time is blurry. How long have I been in this restraint?
As long as I have known you.
That is not inspiring.
Do you know anything about the Empire or Orc conflicts, or where do you hail from? I've never seen a race like you before.
Our home is gone, taken from us. I do not know of you. But life forms such as you, to find them who don't know their place in the universe is not uncommon. Release me so that I may continue my hunt.
What would you, Kip, do once you have turned the entire race to Stardust through your hunting? Like, what would happen afterward? Like, would you not destroy any other races?
If I have the chance to strike the final blow against them, then I may fall on my sword and rejoin my ancestors once it is done.
This dude's pretty metal.
I guess I would insight check that. Sorry, I'm kind of cooking.
Oh no, you're good.
I don't know. That's so intense. I think all we get is intensity. 6.
That's just pretty intense, and you kind of like his intensity.
Byron will kind of perk up. Just kind of like perk up from whatever he was eating and just go, oh, guys, I just remembered something. I've seen this type of creature before.
What?
What?
Sorry, I was really hungry. Why don't we
We
just
saw him yesterday.
I was really, really hungry.
He's naked in a pod over there.
Where is my armor?
Look, I got distracted by the size of his unit, alright? I was impressed.
You have some problems.
But look,
Byron.
come here, come along.
I'm going to. I'm
complicated enough.
Could you repeat
I'm
that,
gonna,
Mayor?
like,
Oh, I said more back in talk. This is already complicated enough.
Can you say that again? Just the tentacle's very loud.
Sorry, just never mind. It wasn't important.
All right.
Well, now I want to know. Byron, please explain why you've seen these before.
Can we step away from him? I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
Kip.
I'm
I
gonna-
don't mean
I'm
to be
gonna-
rude.
I'm gonna talk to say well we'll see what we can do for you, Kip, and I'm gonna like tell Helper to like cut the connection for now.
Yeah, if Morag disconnects from the computer, does Helper go away?
Yes.
Okay, well, she's off now. I'm sure that Kip won't appreciate that.
Going into a tunnel, Kip. Sorry. Gonna lose you.
Okay, Byron, please explain.
So you know about my old work, let's go with acquaintance, the Dusk Dragon?
Yes.
He's had several of that exact species work for him on multiple occasions.
What are they called?
Oh, Dusk Dragon, what are they called?
Gith.
Gith. They're called Gith, I believe.
Interesting.
If I remember correctly, didn't I see one stab that brain, and that's what caused the weave to break? Was it that, or was it an elf?
It was an elf that saw the weave to break. You did see a Gith specifically attacking a mind flaler. You just didn't know what they were at the time.
Yeah, it makes sense that Kip here wants to kill the mind flayers, or the illithid, whatever the hell he calls it, because I think, obviously we know that the mind flayers, they work for the Dawn Dragon. We've established this. I think they work pretty closely with the Dusk Dragon. They're like in a constant, everlasting cosmic conflict, trying to equally destroy or enslave each other. So, yeah, I just figured I'd share that information, just to kind of like, inform the decision to whether or not we let Kip out.
No, I think that's useful because I know we've been wanting to destroy this thing because it's only ever caused in our mind like harm and danger, but somehow that seems on a different level than like wanting to hunt down and destroy a whole race. So
Genocide's pretty bad generally.
right, yeah.
To be fair, the illithid are a little bad.
True, but like if illithid are to the the Dust Dragon as Gith are to the Dawn, or no, fuck, I got them mixed. The Illithid are to the Dawn Dragon what Gith are to the Dust Dragon. They're both about equally bad for us. Because I can tell you,
Well-
Dust Dragon, no bueno.
In that case, it sounds like no matter which one of them dies, it's good for us, right?
Well, really, I don't know.
I mean, I figure if we're here to kill all the illithid things, then you know, if the Gith is Dust Dragon illithid, then it's only fair that we do both.
That's where I'm leaning.
Kill Kip.
No, he's like a conscious being. You can't just kill him because.
I mean, obviously, so have been the illithid that we've killed. They're capable of significantly more advanced shit than I've ever seen. That probably
And,
means
you
they
know,
can talk
But
too.
you haven't talked to them like I have. The
We've
Illithid
also
are
killed a lot of
something-
people who are conscious beings, but we never really had any moral quandaries about that.
the
Well,
Illithid-
maybe we should talk to the other being.
I mean, that's fair. May as well get information.
Yeah.
All right,
I
helper.
do.
And if the worst thing we do is not release Kip but not kill him, like maybe it's the best we can think of with the options we have. You know what?
Yeah,
I
I
guess
mean-
we would kill him if we destroyed the whole place. So never mind. Not even
Yeah, I
an
was
option.
gonna say.
He has been doing fine down here for 30 years.
True, and he didn't even have to fuck a box.
I would say we don't know anything about him besides what he's told us. I mean, why we have literally no reason to trust him.
We're just assuming that he's working for the Dusk Dragon, and we don't even know.
Well, yeah, true. The assumption is strong, but I mean,
Well, I mean, it's like if all I know is that you used to work for the Dust Dragon, so should I assume that all humans work for the Dust Dragon?
It's fair.
no. But like the main races that I saw working for the Dusk Dragon were that and elves.
Yes.
Damn knife ears.
And I think a few orcs too, if I remember correctly.
So everybody works for them.
Yeah,
I
pretty
don't
much.
think it's necessarily tied to a race, or at least not so tightly.
I
Every
don't know.
elf worships the Dusk Dragon. No,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being xenophobic.
I mean,
I
I
don't
think
know.
this doesn't even need to particularly be our problem.
I just figured I'd give you
Like-
guys the information. I'll let you make the decision.
I don't think we should let him out. But I don't think it's because of his goals. I think it's because we know literally nothing about him, and he may be an actual threat to us.
Yeah. To be fair, you were in cryo sleep for like unwillingly for who knows how long, and you were woken up. The first thing you would probably be asked is like, hey, please let me out of here.
You know,
Yeah.
funny you should say that. I did have a very similar experience.
Well, and I agree with you, Sunny, that letting him out right now, I'm hesitant of. But at some point down the road, it seems like we'll need to decide if we let him out so that he doesn't die when we collapse this thing.
That sounds like a bridge we should burn later.
I agree. I'm
Fair.
kind of a little worn out on deciding the fate of things we don't really understand.
we're gonna forget about
Same
him, aren't
here.
we?
No,
No.
I will not
Forget about who?
forget about the cool ass space elf in the cryostasis pod, Kezia.
Wait,
It's
didn't
really
we-
cool.
Hang
His
on.
name's Kip. With a C and a K. It's the coolest person we've met for
Cool.
months.
I really
Way
like
better than that
Helper. She's
Jebraska.
answering all our questions. She's like actually helpful.
Well, let's not assume Helpa's gender.
But
I
I really
love
like
Helper.
Lydia. She's really cool and pretty.
Do you think? Well, to be fair, Helpa does look feminine.
We can
You
ask
think-
them.
Do you think that that's what Jebraska was
Oh no.
Oh, maybe.
I don't want to think
That would
about
kind
that.
of be more attractive than a box because
I
I
don't.
want it said that when I said, of course, we would all fuck the box, that was just an interrogation technique.
You think that's why Jebraska wouldn't admit to interfacing with the computer, because whenever he did, he would, oh god, I just touched it. Oh, who wants? Okay, can we just go fight some monsters now? I feel dirty.
Well, I think it's obvious what we need to do. Well, we should talk to the second creature, but then we go get administrator privileges so we can take Helper with us.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds like a good plan to me. And then we just can't forget about Kip and the second creature on our way out.
Right.
Forget about who?
Well, we can, but
No, stop suggesting that we can. Okay, I will touch the weird sex tentacle now.
Wait, don't we have to,
that's how a lot
are
of
they
the
back?
tentacles are.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Hello.
I touch it.
It would seem that you accidentally were disconnected. Don't worry. I've saved all your files for you.
Oh no.
Thank
Is
you,
she Clippy?
Helper.
Of course.
The
May I,
tentacle's so much better now.
may I be of any further assistance? Oh, you don't need to touch that, and I would recommend that you don't.
It's the way you turn. Okay, I won't touch it.
Well, you suddenly disconnected from it, which triggered an immediate override. However, simple proximity is more than enough.
I need to take a bath.
There's no
I can
time
press
for that.
digitate you.
I don't. Yes, please. Okay. Can you let us talk to the other creature that's like a big ant thing?
Of course. One moment. The ant appears right in front of you.
Okay, Tug, this one's all you, buddy. You can talk to an ant.
He
I
says, "My name is Kip. I'm here on a revenge mission to slay the Illithid race."
My name is Pick. I'm here on a forgiveness mission.
I want to fuck all these elephants.
In common, I say, hi there. You?
Hello.
See, you speak common. Awesome. That's much easier.
It's very helpful that you speak Antish.
Oddly, I
You
do, but I'm
speak
not right now.
arthropod.
I think Helper is translating for us.
This would make significant sense. I won't switch to Antish because I want y'all to hear. Hi. Who are you and why are you here?
I don't know where I am. I was captured some time ago and taken from my home. Where is here?
Oh boy, we're in the middle of some wastes.
That is not inspiring.
On the
Always.
continent of Acalia, on the planet of Oberon.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
I
then
also
you're
don't know
mi-
what any of you are.
It's all right. I've rarely seen things like you with as much intelligence as you have, so we're on even ground there. So you got captured. You got brought somewhere you don't know, and we can't explain to you where you are because we're so foreign that it doesn't mean anything when we try. Do you know why you were captured?
The dark sky came for all of us, taking out from our villages and our homes. We don't know their reason, only that they sought all of us and sought to blacken our sky with their ships, with their strange things that. And just kind of like shakes the head at the end.
Where is home for you? Not that it probably will mean much.
Far from here.
How do you know that? You don't know where you are.
You've described a world filled with all of you, whose names I do not know. When within my home, we all know all. This
That's
is
fair.
far.
I'm Artuk. What's your name?
We have no one name. We are the Cliff.
The Cliff? Your name is Cliff?
We are.
No, their name is Cliff.
Wait, clit or cliff? Like the
Krith.
bar or the letter?
Krith.
I see. If you were free to roam this world, what would you do?
Attempt to find my way home.
Understood.
Didn't Helper say that this whole ruins was some sort of, did she say like transportation facility?
Yes, she
Or
did.
am I just pulling that out of thin air?
No, you got that dead to rights, Mare.
Okay.
And she said it moves too, right? Or it could move at one point.
I think she said she could move.
No, she said that. Sorry, no, she said that the part of the reason that the Empire was looking into it was trying to determine how it moved.
So this whole place, once upon a time, I don't know if it could grow legs and walk or what it did, but it moved. And it went to this person's home and grabbed them.
Wait, Chris,
Krith.
How did this? Wait, explain the darkness in the skies.
Our sun, our world was suddenly filled with dark shapes across all of the sky, coming for all of us, taking those who stood, killing those who fought, and darkening it, stopping us, denying us a dawn.
I mean, do y'all have any questions here, or should we deliberate a little?
Can you use all of your arms at the same time?
Oh my god.
Can you not?
Well, one of my arms is a lot like smarter than the other, so I like use it for most things, while the other one's kind of flops on the wayside sometimes.
We don't. That's a personal thing that you can be talking about. Okay.
One of my
We
arms
just
is
had a
actually
lot
my
of weird
penis.
person talk from Jebraska. We
Oh
don't need
my.
to hear from you.
Wait, I have another question. Are there more of you here? Do you know where
I
the
don't
others
know
are?
where here is. I do not hear their song, though.
Okay. We will get you
If
out
you
of
had
here.
the chance, if you had the chance
To change your
to
fate.
get revenge, would you?
Would you?
Would you?
If it is my only way home, I will fight.
And what if there is no home?
Then I will tear down their black sky and smother them in it.
Sonny kind of like looks around
like
and like
this
makes a
guy.
gesture. Makes a gesture to like cut the call. Like, yeah.
Of course.
nod.
Wait, no. Of course. The call has been terminated and they have returned back to their dormant state.
I like him.
I think we need to go down there, figure out what the hell this place was, kill whatever illithids are still down here, get that damn Imperial scientist out of cryo sleep, figure out what they were doing here, and then we're letting these two out.
So wait, Illithid, are you talking about the mind flailers? I just want to be
Yes.
clear. Because we're dealing with Krith, Gith, and Illithid. There's a lot of THs in there.
Fuck. God damn it, why'd I do that?
Yeah, Chris and Gith was quite the move, David.
Oh god, I
It
fucked
really
that one
was.
up bad.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I typically don't go around saying, yes, Furbolg.
No, you just say that. You just say back down, human, instead.
Yeah, you've called me human on multiple occasions.
Trying to turn a new leaf, okay?
Also,
I'm
to be
working on
fair,
it.
at least the Krith specifically asks us to refer to it by the name of its species.
Right,
I
and
guess
Kip
I
has a
guess that's
name.
helpful.
So
Kip has a name,
That's true. Okay,
which
so we have Kip.
is oddly similar to Krith.
Okay.
Ouroboros, the name eats itself.
So we have Kip the Gith, Chris, and the
Chris
illithid,
the
otherwise
Chris.
known
Go
as the
down the
Mind
shit
Flayer.
tunnel.
Wait, do you want to put down a rope first?
I thought there was a latch.
Well, I think we
Also-
need to at least consider that having Kip or Chris along with Kip or Chris along with us is going to be the best thing that we could do for fighting this thing that we're coming up against.
Buddy, I love you
Damn,
so
that's
much.
what I was gonna say.
I
Yes,
love
I
you
agree,
so,
1000%.
so much. But having more people here that someone has to control that are both named the same thing would be very confusing for the rest of this dungeon crawl. So I say we do this with our own party.
Being slightly
Also,
less
there's
meta, I think Ode would say I was very pro leaving them both in, but if our goal is to kill illithids, and that's like also Gith's goal, that's also Kip's goal. Also Kip's goal.
Like,
Go
ahead.
I just worry about, if that worked out. We killed the illithids, and Kip and the Criths survive, and they're there too. What are they gonna go do now that they're free in this world for the first time in 30 years? That's we're gonna be responsible for whatever we unleash by doing that.
We also don't
Are
know
we
if
really responsible? Like,
yes. We are distinctly
Ideologically,
responsible for
I
that.
absolutely believe so.
Yeah, Artek, you convinced me.
I would like to make the fair point of we know that Kip wants to utterly obliterate everything that has to do with the Mind Flayers, right? And then he'll point at Morak and Sonny and go, "You two have been like thoroughly, let's go with, messed with by them." How do we know that he's not going to attack you guys because you guys are remnants of their technology or anything like that?
Look like them at all.
I think that's a really good point.
That's an interesting point, but I also would like to make the point that there's a lot of us and only one of him, and if he really turns against us, we could just kill him. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
and
could
he's
kick his ass.
naked.
Not if he does it at the end of a battle for
That
whatever
was what I was about to
reason.
say. Yeah, if we go and fight something big down there and he helps us out, we're gonna be destroyed at the end. One of us could be dead on the ground, a couple of us could be unconscious. It could be as easy as slipping a knife into the unconscious one, and he already has done irreversible damage to the
Yeah,
lot of us.
I would like to meta a story from my brother's game where we were fighting someone named Firethorn in a cave, and she like ended with like fleeing, but we had met a golem along the way, like a my precious golem who had been following us because he wanted to like steal her power or whatever. And
Try to
so
attack
there
us.
was a moment at the end where Joe made Eric roll in terms of like seeming like we would not immediately betray him, and it was like a roll away from him doing a TPK because he was actually like a CR2 monster or something, but we were down enough that he would have like killed us all. So anyway, that is to say, I feel that energy from Gith.
Also,
Yeah,
to be
but-
fair, we
From-
nearly got all killed by one guy plus a couple goons like 2 days ago. In fact, I died, and so did Morak, from basically one man.
Died?
right. So you're saying that there is someone who wants to oppose the thing that we are opposing that will likely do a lot of damage to us, and he will probably help us to not die in the moment. It's like the net benefit is neutral if there's a chance that he'll turn against us, which is not confirmed, but even if he does, I think that we can take care of him. Or there's a guarantee that we will have help that will reduce our chance of dying in the first place. Like it's like one good good bird in hand, two bad birds in bush. Like I feel like it makes sense for us to take him with us. Plus, he has knowledge on the illithid. I don't know. I think that's really valuable to us, especially
Okay,
now. I don't know how to fight
admittedly
those
very
fuckers.
convinced by Artuk and Byron, but Zeka makes a really good point.
I disagree wholeheartedly with almost all of your logic.
Oh, it kind of like looks ashamedly at the ground.
Okay. Are you suggesting that we kill them right now?
No, not at all. That's totally not what I'm saying. What I'm
Okay.
saying,
What are you saying we do with them? We leave them
I'm-
here forever? That's essentially death.
no, I'm
we just
saying we
leave him
go
here
and
for now.
yeah, I say we go and figure out what's down there, and if it's, so bad that it's beyond our abilities, then sure, let's go get the dangerous help car that's our last resort. But if we don't have to play a card that we don't know if its intentions after the Illithid are dead are going to be to turn on us or the world or whatever, then let's not play that card unless we have to play that card.
Okay.
Like, frankly, that's just a horrible wild card danger to add to the situation that we totally don't need to.
Let me real quick. No.
Can...
Let me talk, please. Let me talk, Sonny.
Go ahead.
In your logic, instead of taking him with us, where he will get weakened by the enemy, and let's make the assumption he is going to turn on us. I would rather fight a weakened Gith after he got fucked up by the enemy, rather than we go down, we get fucked up, we say, oh shit, we need to get out of here. We run back and we're like, oh, let's play our trump card. We pull him out. He's fully healed, and then he fucks us up because he hasn't taken any damage, and we're all super fucked up. Like,
well, if we take out the Mind Flayer, we can always take a nice long nap before go fucking with Kip.
Yeah.
He's waited for 30 plus years.
He's sitting in a stasis tank. I'm less worried about him like this than I will be once we free him.
Also, Zeka, remember, he is naked without any weapons in a pod.
Oh, we got some extra stuff.
Even if I'm down most of the way, I have a sword.
Oh, that reminds me. Kezia, can I please steal what's his name's armor that we got until it's refitted for you?
Depends on who's the what's its name.
The magical arm, not the masterwork armor that we got from the guy that killed me.
Oh, I don't have that.
Who the fuck has that?
You do.
Because there's a big hole in my pants that's slowly working its way towards my Johnson. I don't think any of you guys want to see that.
Really don't.
Okay, then I'm going to put that on while you guys determine this.
I have a couple thoughts. My first thought is that we have never ever successfully approached some sort of danger without engaging it in combat. So I don't think we're going to be able to approach some sort of danger, recognize it, and come grab Kip. But that being said, the Krith's one goal was to get back to its home planet or land or whatever, and I think you guys made a good point that Kip immediately asked where his armor was. So if he doesn't have an armor or a weapon, however much we could spare for him, it's reasonable to think that those may be a way to get them back home, or Kip's armor or weapons might be something we could keep an eye out for as we're doing our initial investigations and leave them in stasis initially.
Oh wait, David, does he have his weapon?
Nope. Naked as the day he was born.
Okay, where was the Shaolin spade again?
That was it. You actually didn't see it. It was kind of popped up as a collected, like, taken with him. It wasn't with you though. Yeah, it was in one of the pictures.
Okay, sorry. I just remembered the whole, like, I said, oh, it's a Shaolin spade. I was like, wait, does he have that in the pod? That seems very dangerous for a pod. Okay. Continue. I agree with Autuk. I think that we should wait to not. I think it's an unknown. I think we can take on whatever's down there. I don't like the idea of them attacking us.
There is a guy who's dedicated his whole life to killing Illithid. He has to know something.
Well, hold on. That he says, we literally have no reason to trust this guy.
Yeah, I tried to read him and I just got that he was really intense.
For all we know, he could be saying exactly what he thinks we want to hear.
This guy that we
release
trusted. The last person we met in this place, we trusted for a minute, and then it turns out he was a big pervert and a giant frog monster.
Yeah, I say we take our own unknowns one at a time.
All right.
I would
at
agree.
the very least, can we try and ask him if they have weaknesses or something? Like, bare minimum. Can we, like... Because, like, I doubt that he would have a reason to lie to us there, because, like, if we say, we will come let you out if we successfully kill the Illithid, then he would want us to successfully kill the Illithid so that we could come let him out.
I feel like he won't take it that well.
No, we just don't need to bring that up.
Yeah, I'm totally down for asking about that. I mean, if he truly hates them like that, then we say, hey, we want to kill Illithid. How do we do that? What's the best way to do it? If he knows and has a vendetta, he's going to want to give us information, and that's useful. And we can take it with whatever grains of salt we want, but...
Helpa? Hello?
Yes.
Still there?
Yes. Sorry, I was in
Can
sleep
you
mode.
get the green Kip back online as opposed to Kith, the other one?
One
Kip,
moment.
the green boy.
Krith appears. Oh, apologies. I thought you said
You.
Kip appears.
Kip, my boy.
Yes.
Ask him about the Dusk Dragon. Ask him about the Dusk Dragon.
Sorry, this whole fucking thing got to me.
You can ask him, Byron.
You know I got this.
Do you?
Byron will just kind of step up and be like, hey, Kip. Hi, I'm Byron. Nice to meet you. Have you ever heard of this thing called the Dusk Dragon?
Some of my clan know of him. Them.
And you?
Why do you ask?
Just in curiosity, I've been kind of like looking into him. Seems like an interesting guy. I kind of wanted to see if I met someone that kind of knew him, like what he was like, and, all that stuff.
They are a useful avenue to bring about the end of the Illithids.
All right, cool. That's
Speaking of those
really fucking
Illithids,
intense.
speaking of those Illithids, Kippy boy, what are their weaknesses?
They bleed when stabbed. So aim for the
Shit.
So aim for the
Shit.
head.
I didn't think about that.
God, they're so cool! Like, guys! They're so cool!
Zeka, most things bleed when they're stabbed.
Yes, but he said it so badass!
Kip,
So,
is their blood like acid
Is
blood?
acid?
no, we've killed 2 of them before. We would have known if they're acid blood.
Well, why aim for the
What if it's
head?
really basic?
Yeah.
Is there anything that we need to know about them before?
They will attempt to deceive you, to beguile you. Don't fall for their tricks. And aim for the head. And stab that brain as many times as you can.
Okay, the
Wait.
brain monsters. We should have assumed that
That's a
one.
good reminder.
The really
Listen,
big
guys,
brain or
Big
their
shooter
brain?
to me.
If there are any brains able to be stabbed, stab them.
Stab them.
Ode looks at the
Got it.
giant brain into his.
There is literally no circumstance where a big brain should not go unstabbed.
I really
Byron
like
will
this
steal a
guy.
cheeky glance at Morak.
Okay, thank you. Shut down.
Ah!
So Morak, you've got a pretty big brain there.
I know, it's huge. Well, that's why I wear this helmet, so it's prevented from being stabbed. Okay, so my only worry about stabbing his brain is that everything could come down and ruin. We could.
Oh, we saved that brain for last, I think.
Yeah, I feel like this is the last stab.
Yeah.
Okay. I have 2 things. First, it might be valuable if we had Helper talk to the admin now to get permission to leave. Second, before we send down whoever we want to explore the below area, it might be valuable to also briefly explore that area behind the pointy sticks because we kind of just didn't explore it based off Jebraska's initial,
Not
warning.
there were just a bunch of giant rats back there.
I'm just
They're
saying
more
that
like
area is worth
porcupines.
exploring too.
Okay. Also, I'm good with this. The only caveat I want to say is that if Helpa interacts with the one scientist down there, I'm worried that if she's in cahoots with any of these things, she might wake everything up and they're coming after us. We have the element of surprise right now.
I think we do the recon first, and then if we're feeling pretty good, then talk to her, and then go kill the Illithids. I think that's a good order of operations.
I like this.
I'm in favor.
Okay, all in, say aye.
I
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay,
You
let's
can't
do
say
it.
"are you" more than once and have it sound like it's more people, Morak.
All right. Hey, it's an old Orcish technique. Okay, everybody put their hands in. Put their hands in. Everybody have their hands in.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Okay,
I don't have mine in.
New Panther generation on 3. 1, 2, 3. New Panther
New Panther
generation.
generation.
Oh,
My
you guys
hands
didn't
aren't
do
in
it.
yet.
Okay, redo.
And
Okay.
Sunny jumps up real high with it.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. New Panther
hands are on it.
generation. Okay, good. Okay,
Sure.
okay, Kezia, you could have had a little bit more pep in your step in that one, but we'll work on it. Okay, let's go.